crazy berserker. I killed it, it's murder. Go 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 crazy berserker. Crazy.
You are my lucky charm. I hold you close in the night in my arms. And when we open our eyes, my worries fade away. 'Cause you gave me your heart in the light of day, in the light of day. When we open our eyes, my worries fade away. 'Cause you gave me your heart in the light of day, in the light of day.
How's it going, everybody? Hope y'all are having a good one. We got ourselves more 5V5 1v1 Duels today over for the EU region. With Johnny not playing tonight, it looks like I will be the one in charge of getting the groups together. I am wondering if we'll even get that many games today. We'll see, because I've been on the beta a lot. I haven't played live unless I'm raiding. So yeah, it's gonna be exciting. I do want to try to see if we can potentially get more of these duels on the midnight beta. I think that would be so incredibly fun. We will see if that's possible. Next week, they're going to allow people to make max level templated characters. By the way, how you boys all doing? So maybe if they add PvP gear, if enough of you are on the beta, we could potentially put something together like EU versus NA dueling each other. I think that'd be really sick. You know, there's a lot of big changes coming out of Midnight. Classes have like really weird health numbers. Stats are a lot smaller. So many new abilities, PvP talents, PvP changes in that, for that matter. So I think it would be really fun. We did those a lot in War Within. So we'll see if it's possible in Midnight. We'll just kind of play by ear, see how it goes. But yeah, outside of that, let's get the games up and running. I don't know if I need to change OBS to actually like see WoW. It should be able to pick it up. I basically have like there we go. I have two versions of game capture. Not what I meant to press, but that is still so unusual. Oh, you know, I think this is the first time I'm actually looking at the store. Damn. Why does this look so clean? Oh man, it makes you want to spend money. Oh my. These changes, depending on like what's on the offer? What? Bro. Oh my god. Why does it look clean? Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, that looks kind of okay too. The pictures are just a little blown up. Why does this shit look so clean? It makes you want to spend money. That's disgusting. Where? Oh no. Alrighty. Well, I literally have not looked at the store at all, because every time you click it, it starts loading screen and I close it before anything because I usually misclick. That looks too clean. Alrighty, well, let's get some groups up and running tonight, boys. We also get the music back in.
They are among us.
Groups are going to be listed. They are among us. Is that really? Hold on, I'm going to rewind it.
We are not alone. They are among us.
They are among us. Okay, I feel like the song is ruined for me. I feel like that intro, the song is ruined for me a little bit. Among us. Alrighty, duels are up on the multi-core as usual, boys. Let me also list it in the thing here. How to join. I wonder if Rick is going to be on tonight. Yo, Bayek? Yo, hey, got a pal like to try out for the duels. Prot? Wait. Okay. That sounds fine. Yeah, okay. Not a prot. Not a prot. Not a prot. Not a prot. Sus. Among us? Sus. Should we put Nosmershka and Toxie on the same group? Is that a good idea, putting those two rogue champions? You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. If for some reason we get like a lot of rogues, we may have to like switch them up a little bit. Glad you know. All right. I just need to know what the real idea is, and we'll get them in here real quick. Real lickety split quick. Yo, Eris. Yo, the boy's back. Let's go, bud. All right. Is Baya going to be playing too? Hey, duels tonight? Salfetka? His name is Salfetka? It's like napkin. His name is Napkin. Does he have the armor of a napkin? Is that what it's supposed to be? Well, chat, we already got one group together. So now let's get a second one. Okay, this group is ready. Getting second one up and running. I'm gonna make Nosmershka lead. Yeah, I'm gonna make Nosmershka lead. He's done these before, so we'll do it like that. Yeah. Multi-core, boys. If y'all want to join the multi-core, is where we are listed at. Who else can I invite? So Cobra Dynamo, does he want to join? Hey Dynamo, want to join 5V5 Duels? I don't know if he joins these regularly. Young, I was about to ask you, but he already hit me with it. Johnny is a possible no today. Frederick is just by do it. Okay. Horror. I'm gonna hit him with a horror show. Does Keisuke join these? Hey, 5V5 Duels today? See if Karner is interested in any of these. Keisuke, I don't remember if he joins these. Nosmershka is in. Oh, hey man, wanna join 5V5 Duels? I was having a hard time spelling the word man. Hey, no, Nidalee, no, not Nidalee. Nidalee is great, but not Nidalee right now. She wouldn't be able to join anyway. Hey, Duels tonight? Roween? Does Shadow join these? I don't think so, right? Shadow got X, I don't think I ever joined these. Sleepy? Hey. 5V5 1v1 Duels tonight? See if he'll be down for it. I could ask Roween. I don't remember if Roween joins. Also, it's a paladin, so like, I join after the next game. Okay. Hell yeah, dude. Nemi's also gonna join it, boys. Now vote out. He is the imposter. Yeah, vote me out, man. Honestly. Invite. Okay. Cool. We got Nemi in. On Sivonia? Yo, what the hell is that name? Sivonia. What you already made the probably don't come soon. Okay. Okay, so Rest and Hill might actually join for a couple. In a little bit here. In a little bit. Hey, Roween, we setting up 5v1 duels 1 in? I'm gonna ask Roween. I don't remember if they join regularly, but I'm gonna ask anyway. Hey, Duels tonight? Hey, question, Johnny, if you're not joining, but do any of your friends want to join in? Like Shiny used to join these before, or any of those other guys? Like, if you're just gonna be chilling and vibing, I'll let you just hanging out with them, and then you do your thing. But like, if any of those guys you regularly invite, if they are interested, you know, does Gossy Mage join these? Hey, wanna join 5v5 Duels? I'm gonna ask him. I think it's Sage. I think he joined this before, but I'm not sure. Gossy Mage, is he in? Because we got a God. Is he Gossigree? I think I'll skip today, but no, maybe I'll change my mind. Okay. Groups will be up for up all night. Cool. Let's go. Okay, is Kushni Sitch Gossy Mage? Get him in here. So I need 2 more, and then we'll be set. They all kind of quitted, man. Maybe I'll come back at midnight. Really? That's unfortunate. So what are you doing? Just what are you just grinding, doing some solos or whatever? I mean, that sucks, man. Sorry your friends quit, but yeah, hopefully they'll make a comeback at midnight. Hey, if you want to pop in, you're more than welcome to. If you're doing your thing, you're doing your thing. It's really up to you, man. It's really up to you. Just know we got homies here that are down to game. Not pushing any arenas, not getting a CR or rewards, but you know what? Having a grand old time, and at the end of the day, isn't that what you want out of WoW anyway? At the end of the day, isn't this what WoW is all about? Hanging out with the boys? You know what I mean? Are they attacking somebody? Oh, no, he's just running around just AoEing, I guess. I was thinking he's under attack, dude. I'm just seeing a bunch of flame strikes going off like beams of fire from the sky raining down. That was it. Alrighty. Who else can I invite, man? Jeff One Shot is that an A or EU? Classic, but I don't remember if he's an A or EU. Does Keisuke want to join? Hey, want to join? I'm gonna ask anyway. And Kudako is also in arena. I might see if you'd be down for it. Boccia? Hold on a second. Maybe ask Boccia. Does Aspect join these? PvE Andy. Literally have a PvE Andy. Is Bayek interested in joining duels? You got a Pally, your Pally friend in, but do you want to join as well? I'm gonna ask Bayek real quick because he got a homie. But I'm gonna try anyway. Dynamo, I did message him. I got nothing in return. Okay, so we need 2 more bodies on this team and we'll be set. 2 more bodies on this and we'll be good to go. Especially is in, Lord is in, Western Hell ads. Justin Hell did say he maybe will be down for it. Potentially. Mike said, oh, okay. Wait, 40-man raid? Right now dueling each other? Holy moly, that actually sounds like fun. Maybe after there's a space. Okay. Sounds good, friend. Sounds good. So Goerish is in. Okay. So who else could I get in? Gimli? PvE Andy. PV Andy, dude. I need PvP Andys. That's what I need. I need more PvP Andys on my real ID. Yo, I need PvP Andys when I had me real quick and join up. I could also see if Bachi will be down to join it. He's spamming like arenas. I don't know if he's spamming like solos, twos, or if it's like skirmishes. He special addon to make this. No, actually, it's part of Blizzard UI. You would think that I am some smart genius that created some UI. It's actually based on Blizzard UI. It's the same stuff they use when they do spectator, like in the arena tournament stuff. It's that same tech. You just can't access it through like there's no interface to access it. But like a while ago, Halinka just dropped like, yeah, you can actually like host these games yourself. Posted the command to like how to get them running. When you plug it in, it just gives the same UI. It's a little bit more involved. You then have to go into like, you have to do like a whole key binding thing, which opens up like a new window for key binding for like camera control and stuff. And it's a little buggy. It's not always like, the Blizzard did end up adding a couple other features into their version that they use in the, their version seems to be a little more stable whenever they run tournaments. The one we have here is like, it's like a variation of it, like a depreciated slide. It's hard to explain it, but like you'll see paladins blinking around sometimes. And I don't know if it's just the game servers or if it's like the spectator feature that does it. But like, yeah, they have a lot more control of like how they can manipulate the game environment. Here, it kind of just does it automatically. So yeah, like I would have loved to be able to like manipulate dampening, you know, like, okay, game is going on a little too long. We'll increase dampening a little, but not like have it like tick up over time after like the 4-minute mark or whatever. I think that'd be kind of cool to do that, right? Because then like healing classes could actually continue healing. But then it's like, if the game is lasting forever, like a rogue just setting a stealth, imagine just like flipping a switch and like, no more stealth. As a rogue, you gotta go in, you gotta fight, win or die. You know what I mean? I think that'd be kind of cool, right? Shit like that would be really fun. But like, we have a limited like movement with it. I might also see if Shadow potentially might want to join in. I know that Simon is mostly a PvE guy. Pepper is a PvE guy. So actually, we're just waiting then, chat. We're just waiting. I am wondering if we can get... Unless like Athen wants to join. Actually, where is Saya? Where is Saya? I was gonna say, like, we're missing a couple of paladins. Bayek said maybe. Resenhel said maybe. Elo said maybe. So potentially, if any two of those join in, that'd be good. If Saya joins in, then there's only one. Yeah, so like we're on the precipice of actually getting these up and running. We just hit a couple of bodies, man. Couple of bodies. I'm gonna see if Bachi's down for it. Hey, friend, wanna join? I'll ask him anyway. He's in the proving grounds. I don't know if he's just spamming solos or whatever, but I'm gonna ask either way. And if Cobra would have joined, this would have been amazing. But the guy is just chilling and said something about like possibly going to bed early. So not much you can do on that front, boy. Wonder how Moonkin is only one. They're doable. They can work. Speaking of Moonkin, I actually know a Moonkin that might be interested. Hey, doing duels tonight. Want in? I'm actually gonna ask a Moonkin real quick. They're actually, you've been surprised how many Moonkins we've had in duels. They can do okay. They can definitely do okay. They're very strong right now this season. But in duels, they've never been amazing. Sometimes they'll work. I feel like when they have like a dot, I feel like at midnight they're going to be a lot better when they can do some real big heavy dot damage. I feel like they have really good burst, but never have like enough like finishing power. So what's up, Jake? I saw you on BG3 earlier, man. How was that run? How was that going? But yeah, wouldn't want I haven't played one in the season 1, and I'm playing Remix to get all rewards. Bro, Remix is so fun. Next week we're also getting like another phase of Remix, so that's gonna be enjoyable. By the way, I feel bad because I haven't been in Remix for a couple of days because of Midnight Beta. Since the beta release on Tuesday, I have not touched Remix. I've been spending a lot more time in the beta, mostly leveling a road to level 90, which was really fun. By the way, leveling next expansion is ridiculously quick. Ridiculously easy. Actually just a joke. Like, I didn't even do all of Harandar. Barely started it. I did Arator campaign. I did all the side quests in the Silver Moon area and the outside Eversong Woods. I did all the main quests and as many side quests that weren't bugged over in the troll area. Barely touched Harandar, got 19. It was so good. And if you added delves, actual dungeon quests that I couldn't really do because the queues were pretty bad, and you took away the lag, I'd be zooming. It's actually one of the fastest expansions to level 2, I think. Heckblade is still going strong. Really think about restarting for Stars Druid. I feel like just get yourself a companion and have him go for a druid, unless you're doing like a solo run. Have it like, basically have like all your companions try like a build and then see how it goes. You know what I mean? Because that's what I had to do with my character. I actually had to rework Will to go into, I want to have him Shadow Sork and Archer together. I have to put points into Fighter first and then go into Sork. I picked up second attack, so now he's in a much better spot. And then I can start putting points into Sork, so now he can drop Darkness and then shoot out of the Darkness. So that becomes really, really good. He has enough intellect in order to... I guess he also needs a little bit of charisma, but he'll have charisma and intellect in order to learn spells. So he has a variety of things he can cast. But it's mostly going to be him buffing himself, getting the dog to root people, bite people, and then he'll just shoot like magic arrows at things. So that's going to be really, really good. You know, that should be pretty good. Hopefully. Run of it with an endless companion mod. I want to do a run with endless. You mean like every companion was endless companion? If it's like the cap of companion like is higher than 4, then you can like have a whole army then, huh? That could be fun. Actually, it would be broken. I feel like it would be impossible to lose. Unless endless companion is something else that I can't quite come up with. I miss when Answer joined these duels, man. I miss when that guy would join us and hang out and stuff, man. That was a ton of fun. Miss that boy. Wait. Okay. I was thinking like Evoker, but no, just Dragon Priest. All right, who else can I invite? I mean, I could do a no, right, he logged off immediately. I was gonna be like, yo, Kodaka, I literally have his thing that said no, just so I don't like bug him, don't invite him. Hey, Shadow, wanna join the duels friend? If Sleepy Bear hops back on, because he's been AFK for a second. If he goes back, man. Let me actually whisper him again. I don't know if I whispered him or not. If he's back, then we can get him in as well. No cap at companions. That's so easy. I finally committed to getting a Xbox controller. I was not preparing for the triggers we make in special sound with certain games. Wait, the new ones or like the original Xbox controller? Because I still have like pretty much a 360 controller, man. Pretty much a 360. I was thinking of getting myself like an upgrade in this Christmas or something. Just something that's a little bit nicer. Because that thing is kind of old. You played Stellar Blade with that thing? And how many times you have to spam X? I'm just like, I noticed it just starts sticking after a while. Just because it's been so old. It's like all that dust and... I imagine, because I don't use it that much. I only use the controller for Witcher, Stellar Blade, and I think there was another game, but I don't really use controller all that much. Yeah, you must control it. Then you want the right bumper makes special trigger sound on the swinging. Really? I did not realize that. Interesting. Are they worth it? Because I feel like the original Xbox 360 controller was like peak. That or the PlayStation 4. Like, beyond that, I just can't imagine what else I'd need. You know what I mean? Alright, chat. We're still waiting on 2 more. I might be like, yo, Arthur, I want to do some duels. Duels? I'm gonna hit him up really quick. I'm gonna hit Arthur. Because I need only 2 more, man. It'll be good. For Spider-Man, at least I haven't noticed the different games. Ah, okay, okay. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I was thinking maybe get one, but I don't really get any use out of it. I feel like it would just be sitting like in the case until I eventually get use out of it, and when I do, that'll be really nice. But I feel small. I didn't not having to use the controller in 10 years though. I don't know, maybe. I have ginormous hands. My hands are massive. So kind of, but I don't know. I find the PlayStation controller kind of small but comfortable enough. Xbox, not too bad, but I also grew up with Xbox, so maybe I'm just so used to them. I used to play a lot of Halo back in the day. I know PvP MMA meta is kind of different to you, but how do you feel about this? How do I feel about any metas being different? I like it. I think the variety is good. You know what I mean? Like, especially whether it's duels, whether it's just arenas, whether it's solo shuffles, because sometimes like, I don't know, to get like an idea of like, how does Outlet change season to season? Because I do research on my own, but I'm also like, how does Naj play it? Or like, how does Waz play it? And just see like the classes that people play in, the strats that people play into. It's fun. I think it's really cool that there's like a little bit of variety. I think it's healthy to have stuff like that going on. You know what I mean? Tech tree in Midnight makes no sense. The tech tree? Oh, like professions. Okay, apparently in Midnight people are back to using copper and tin. Ah, okay. See, Devour one-shot combo. I did not, but I'm pretty sure I pulled it off over in the because I was messing around with Devour a little bit on the Midnight on the servers, and I'm pretty sure I pulled it off. I hit something for like, so my character's level 80 still because it just didn't level the Devour Demon Hunter, but I hit something for like 20k or higher. Let's go down. What's up, TK? No, way higher. I don't want to say 40k, and like. That's about how hard my rogue hits when he's like actually got max level, more or less, with some of the abilities. Like 50k, I was like, ooh, that's a big hit, and the Devourer just hits for a ton. So no, I did not see it. I did not look. Although I did play Devour Demon Hunter, and like I was like, wait, this thing has literally 4 buttons. I was like, this has like some evoker vibes going on, but like not bad. It is pretty active, but it just feels like, man, compared to like Havoc, or at least more within Havoc, it doesn't feel like it has a lot of buttons. I gotta actually play Havoc of Midnight though, because that changed quite a decent bit as well. But then again, I may not even feel like it's that different because it's still I-beam instead of Reap, you're blade dancing, and then you're just chaos striking, or yeah, chaos striking instead of building, because your builder's passive, while the other has like an actual casted builder. It's so cool, by the way, the teleport ability, their version of like Fell Rush. It just teleports to places. It's like a grapple hook, but like instant. And you can like teleport to rooftops. You can like bail out. It's so sweet. I love it. It's so good. Big fan of it, man. Big fan of the whole design and everything. It's actually kind of sick. I do hate how there's like only a few buttons that you can use though. Like you I-beam, you reap, and then build, and then back to I-beam, reap, build, I-beam. I just remembered you make it out of Midnight. Maybe you have a new, yeah, it's, dude, I love it. Chat, I did my Outlaw video for Midnight. Definitely go watch it, especially if you're someone who's like, you know what, I feel like I'd never really liked Outlaw. I always wanted to play it, but it just looks too complicated. Bro, this is the first expansion in a while where I'm probably going to spend most of it playing Rogue. Like, the development process of Midnight Beta, I can't stop playing Rogue. It is so fun. It is actually so fun. I barely touched Rogue most of War Within Alpha and Beta. That is how bad Rogues were for a huge portion of War Within. Midnight Rogue, I'm actually enjoying it. I'm playing it. Questing, combat, everything feels fun. This thing, basically, if you play a BFA version of Outlaw, it's kind of like that, but like some touches of new stuff. Like pistols and big between the eyes and resets on those are still extremely fun. The Apex Talents are awesome. I really love those. I think Outlaw is the easiest out of the spokes. Yeah, probably. You still have like cooldown manager stuff, right? You have to roll the bones, you have to maintain blade flurry, but yeah, like the actual playstyle is not that difficult. Yeah, I probably. Actually, I think Assassination is also pretty easy, especially in single target. But they both play very similarly. You just hit big target with the biggest health bar and press AoE buttons once in a while. And that's what Assassination does. You press AoE buttons once in a while. It's actually kind of wild. It's kind of awesome, but yeah, it's all over the place, man. I'm gonna ask Anto, dude. I've been asking him every week, but I'm gonna ask him anyway. Anyway, chat, we're looking for, what, 2 more still? I saw one shot is dead. I don't like that. I saw one shot. Yeah, the one shots with assassination, I think you're gonna end up bleeding people out. And I mean, I feel like in Venom hits really hard. Toxic. I think with Kingsbane and Venom, you can still do a lot of damage with that combo. It is gonna be huge. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna be able to go for that big cold blood, like big crit damage setup, which is unfortunate. But like, I think you're gonna be overall feeling better because you have constant damage, constant pressure. And Venom still hit really hard, so I wouldn't put it past him. And the fact that MM does not have so many ways to get rid of melee and rip MM Hunter. Hold on, you have like a tar trap, knockback, binding shot, disengage, cheetah. What else do you need for melee? Maybe like a disarm, right? Maybe like a grenade to disarm them when they get up close. That would help, but I think you have a lot. Cold Blood is gone. Cold Blood is gone, but you could always play Deathstalker to get guaranteed crits on the Venoms. But even without it, I feel like the damage you do is still like, you have the buffed up in Venom quite a bit baseline, so I feel like in Venom by itself is still gonna hit really hard when you can rip into it back to back to back on a target, right? Put blades on him and then have Venom rolling for passive damage, and then you Venom and then Venom again. And with new Kingsbane, that allows you to like Kingsbane and then you start stabbing him over and over as poison damage, nature damage, stacks up Kingsbane. You can stack up Kingsbane to like max damage stacks pretty quickly. It is actually kind of good in that regard. Actually kind of good in that way. So yeah, like, yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't like, I guess my advice there would be to not completely like overwrite, not completely discard assassination. I would definitely give it a try over in the beta once they have like PvP gear and level 90 templates. I think it's gonna feel pretty good. I think it's actually gonna be pretty good. You won't be able to cold blood, but I think it'll still be fine. Honestly. Honestly. I think it's even going to be better for AoE damage as well. There's the fact that you can spread bleeds. It's going to be kind of nice with Crimson. Like the new version of Crimson. You don't have to like target, rupture, corrode, target, rupture, corrode. You just opener, rupture, corrode, spread the bleeds, and you get your opener. Refresh your bleeds, spread them again. It's going to be so nice, man. It's going to be really, really good. It's a state. Sustained damage seems like it's going to be really high too, which might be what Assassination focuses on as well. But I think I still have some decent burst. Only I don't like the playstyle. I think it'll come down to the tuning, you know? I think it'll come down to tuning. Like if Venom right now is tuned to be really, really high damage, and if they continue that high damage, like every Venom is going to hit, and if it crits, somebody could just die. So like landing double in Venom, like in Venom into Kingsbane and Venom, because Kingsbane is going to give you calm points anyway, that would be probably really, really strong. Or you Kingsbane and then you do in Venom for Supercharger, a couple of mutilates into another Venom, that'll probably hit really hard altogether, right? Kidney, Kingsbane, in Venom, and then you got your burst going, and then you just build for a second in Venom. And with new cold blood, like you can get 10% more chance to crit. Like as long as you crit, if it hits his heart, they could die. That could be the entire health bar just like that. I don't know, man. I don't know. Worst to worst, you could always go out. Well, that thing looks like it's actually going to have quite a bit of burst as well. You know? Worst to worst, there is always Outlaw. Because that thing hits really hard right now. Killing speed hits ridiculously hard. Between the eyes hits a lot harder than it does now. And right now it's like the bread and butter of how you do damage. But yeah, it's looking really good overall. And actually having like damage window at Drone Rush actually doing damage is huge. It's huge. It's actually so exciting, man. I cannot wait. I actually cannot wait for it. It's gonna be so good. Alrighty, besides that, like my BNet list has not really expanded since. What time is it? We've been here for like 30 minutes, boys. It's been a little rough looking. Unless like we got Saya and a couple like an extra body. We might be waiting here for a second, boys. Might be waiting for a second. Is there anybody on like Classic that's EU that could be like, yo, do you want to join? Pretty sure most people that are in Classic are NA. Yeah, Kargath is an A. Killam I think is an A. Jeff I think is an A. Yeah. Yeah, so we're waiting. Maybe Rick hops on. Can't remember. Chicago's on NA. Chicago is on NA. Yes, Chicago is on NA. Speaking of Rick, is Rick on my BNet? I'm not sure actually. So otherwise it'd be like, yo Rick, you're on tonight? But I don't think so. Unfortunately. Yeah. Unfortunately, no. But if he hops on, then maybe we can get him as well. And if you guys got any homies you want to invite, we do need just 2 more bodies. Between Legion Remix and between Midnight Beta. Those might be struggling. I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully not. President did say he'd be down, so maybe give him like a minute or 2. He'd be interested. Possibly. Because we still do have 1 group set up, right, Miss Proshka? Is that group still looking healthy? I feel like that should double check, dude. Now I feel like I should maybe double check. I did message Nick as well, so I feel like I've hit up everybody on my reality that I could. We still need 2 more. We still need 2 more. I've only like... Damn, who else can I invite? Because Boccia messaged. Bayek said he is maybe going to be down, but maybe not. Casey, I'm pretty sure I messaged. Did I? I did. Mushka's in. Rest in hell doing his thing. We're in a message. Simon, I know he's a PvE guy. Mint is a maybe. Yeah, boys, we're just chilling. We're just waiting. We're just waiting. Chat, also, I'm so sad from yesterday, bro. We were trying to get Demencius down. We got him down to like 5% 1 pull. But we didn't kill. 5% as low as we had him. But we didn't kill. Shook. Okay, maybe this guy sticks around. Maybe not. We will see. We need Unomaz though with them. If he hangs around. Possibly still 2 people. But yeah, dude, I'm so done with the raid. I'm so done with Mana Forge Omega. I just want Demencius down. I want to get my mount. But I'm surprised they haven't nerfed it more. It's the end of an expansion. Maybe they're waiting for like 11 to 7 to nerf bosses. Because eventually they do like Giga gut a lot of the bosses. Yeah, Vlad, more than welcome to, man. Yeah, more than welcome to. F mage? Yeah. Yeah, whatever you want to play. I can't tell if it's like F mages, like you hate mages, or like frost mage. But yeah, you're more than welcome to. Anybody and everybody is welcome to join 5V5 Duels, man. I've been trying to get more regular homies on. But between Legion Remix and between the Midnight Beta, it's a little slow on the EU today. Which makes me wonder if it's like, how's it going to be on an A tomorrow, man? I'm afraid. I'm legit afraid. I don't know how that's going to go. Honestly, legit afraid. I don't know how that's going to go. Maybe we should spend tomorrow just playing beta or something. I'll need to ruminate that over. But yeah, if you want to join the group, man, it's listed on the Molten Core. We do it in raids, just so like cross-faction works. But yeah. You're more welcome to. Dude, I keep scouring my BNet like a hawk. Is this where we're at, EU? Because normally EU gets the games going really, really quickly. So sad. I said. Can join? Does Aspect join these? You know what? I'm gonna ask Aspect to join. I have him like a note where it says PvE friend, but I have no idea if it actually is a PvE friend or not. I think at some point he was mostly just PvE, but I'm not 100%. Friday, everyone's in the pub drinking beer. Possibly, but usually we do these duels every Friday around this time or so, and we've been doing that for however long. So usually this is like the prime time for EU. I used to have the stream running way late, but I moved it up a few hours just so EU has an easier time, like not having to play until like 2, 3, 4 in the morning. Thanks you what? If you find the group in LFG, man, look us up in multi-core. Yeah, just go to LFG, go Premier Groups raids, go to Legacy raids, and just look up Molten Core. You should be able to find it there. If you're interested in joining. Hey man, playing remix at the moment, appreciate the invite though. Okay. So Aspect is a no-go, but he didn't say he's just a PvE guy, so maybe in the future we can get him in for a couple of these rounds. Possibly. Maybe. Oh wait, I do have Rick on my Discord. I'm gonna hit him up. See what it says. Yeah. Oh, that's another spec I probably should try out on the beta. Is Demonology Warlock, since they changed up their whole like talents and profile quite a lot, with Tyrant apparently doing melee damage. I really gotta give that thing a try. I feel like I'm barely seeing the Warlocks out in the open world or in dungeons. And dungeon queues actually have improved a little over in the Midnight Beta. I'm seeing a lot of DH. There's a lot of Hunters, a lot of DHs, Prop Paladins specifically, and Mistweaver Monks, and Disc Priest. So like, in terms of class variety, there hasn't been like a big one. But yeah, is there a space left? I'll join you next game on my way home. Yeah, we have spots right now. Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. I'll still, I'm gonna be looking for bodies, so if you end up filling, like if maybe a spot opens up, you know, because likely it will. Likely a spot is gonna open up at some point tonight, and you're more than welcome to hop in. Does Jelmus want to join? I'm gonna ask her, dude. Yeah, verify those. See if maybe he'll be down, because I'm just trying to fill one spot and we should be hopefully good. Oh, Unholy! Yeah, it's another spec I need to try, man. I've been, like I said, I've been playing a lot of Rogue. And I mean a lot of Rogue. Like, exclusively a ton of Rogue. So, I have not been able to try all of them. But that's another one I need to add to my list. I've actually tried Survival. That was surprisingly interesting. I tried Devour Demon Hunter. That was actually kind of fun. I need to try Unholy. I need to try Demonology Warlock. Probably Affliction on top of it as well. And then maybe like try Arcane Mage and Fire Mage, see if it's an actual turret. And then probably Warrior. Probably Warrior too. Probably Warrior. But I plan on doing that like over the weekend and maybe stream it Monday, Sunday or something. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I was planning on streaming yesterday, and then yesterday I ended up getting caught up with a lot of work stuff. Now I'm a little ahead of my work, which feels kind of nice, but we'll see. We'll kind of play it by ear. But Unholy is one of those that I actually was very, very excited about. Busy. Okay. Okay, Nelmis is unfortunately not good to go. I just noticed his name didn't stop. What a name. Yo, maybe that's where I could like be like, yo, Johnny, I know you said you're not playing, but we got one spot. We got one spot, guy. We have a spot. Wait! Is that gonna be the boy? Wait, Dandarin with the same? Yo, hold on a second. Is Dandarin here with the same? Dandarin the savior role needed? Dandarin red the same? Yo. My boy. My boy. I appreciate you, guy. I really, really do. Okay, so we got a team. I'm gonna make Young lead. Group making Young lead. We game. Alright, Nesmershka, real quick. Is the group all good on your end? Is the group 5-man ready to go? Please say yes. Please say yes. Please say yes. Please say yes. We just got a group together, man. Hey. Team. Wait, you just messaged me. Hold on a second. Ready. Oh my god. We're actually doing it, chat. We're actually doing it. Chat. Nasmish. Nasmish. Jesus. Nasmishka. And Young J 5 grand 1. Here we go. I'm in a new mog. I'm excited to see what that looks like. Heard it only no guys on festering wound scrap. It doesn't. Basically, to replace. You know how they have the apocalypse mechanic where you pop wounds to summon undeads, and then you could also pop wounds to burst them for damage. They basically fuse them together. So now you put a debuff on a target, and Scourge Strike summons undeads. So they basically removed that festering wound and made Apocalypse more of a passive. It's a lot cooler, and you could like empower those ghouls to like cause them to decay and explode, and then when they explode they can transform into mages, but like while they decay they also are ravenous, so they do more damage. It's apparently sick. I haven't seen anybody play Unholy, by the way, so far in the beta. I don't know if it's functional, maybe it just doesn't work, but the idea, the concept is sick. You slowpokes. I can't blame him, man. It's the end of an expansion. You got remakes competing for attention and midnight beta. So like, honestly, I'm just happy to have you guys around. That's all I care about, man. Alrighty, boys. Twitch. Got ourselves Curdy over for the team 1. Together with a team of stealthies. We got this Rushka. We got ourselves Toxie. Yo, it's like, yo, I got a new set. I love it. I love everything about it. The Night Elf Pride set, man, looks so good. I know the chest is technically not elfy. Has not elfy colors, right? I know it's like those weird druids of the Fang, but like, it looks so good. Oh, I love everything about it. Oh, it looks, I need to copy that, man. I'm gonna need to copy that. Dandruin Rin is gonna be out. Getting hit by Nesmershka, was able to get stunned up as a trinket strand for Dan. Might be taking a bit of damage. Nesmershka looking to potentially put some pressure on him. DFA down from the sky into a couch, trying to see if he can escape. Shadow Melt. I was going to say Shield of Vengeance. Shadow Melt real quick. Does not burn a trinket here for Dandruin. Big Hammer, hoping to land himself a crit. Hammer still falling from the sky. If he can reconnect with Nesmershka, another big hammer could be huge for him. Still out in the open. Do you have a dot on him? Can you catch up? Sap instead. Nesmershka does it up, making his a sneaky getaway. For Dandruin, he does get to go for double hammer. He just needs to get the proc in order to be able to Wake of Ashes, big hammer, into a proc-free hammer. If you can land 2 of those and if they crit, it's a lot of damage. It is a ton, man. Argus next week gonna be rough. Oh yeah. Yeah, with Argus next week, it's gonna be a lot of content for people to burn through. By the way, gorgeous mount. Gorgeous mount. Gorgeous. It looks great. That's one I still don't have. I don't know what happened with that stun, but for this Nesmershka, it was super short-lived. They do cheap shot. Crazy DR into Dandruin. Does get him some big damage setup. Is that a stun potentially available? Gouge, do you have a Hodge? Do you have a setup? Big hammer, just sending it. Cloak of Shadows, trying to wait it out. Blind, not gonna happen. Bubble out right after. Nesmershka with advantage. Does he have dots on him? Dandruin is right on top of the guy. Is gonna go pick it up the eye to try to be proactive with it. But now he's burnt through bubble. Lay on hands. Bob potentially might be usable. I don't know what that was. That electric slide was. I have no idea what that was all about. But it was straight up just sliding while Sap. Oh, no. Nesmershka does catch a re. So Dan does have a trinket. He does have a bop. Random Wake of Ashes, the rogue does not come out, so that's going to be a little unfortunate. The fact that Wake of Ashes is at least a very, very short CD doesn't mean that you lose a lot of damage, though. I like your RP walk, though. Just make sure you disable it whenever the rogue is actually stunning you, right? Gouge, kidney shot to follow, trying to see if he can get himself a damage setup. Trinket immediately for Dan. Nesmershka no longer with the trinket. Hammer comes down. It does not crit, unfortunately. Dandruin does have another Wake of Ashes coming up very, very soon. Bop is also available in case he needs it. Another set of hammers coming down. Big, potential big damage. Wake of Ashes, maybe? Just slamming the rogue. Vanished last second, but he's back out and about. Can you catch up to him? Because he's right there. I don't know if you have dots on him. He's taking damage to something. He just need big hammer. He's pretty much ready, primed, ready to go, but the special is going to land yet another sap. A bop still available. The rogue does not have a trinket, no more vanishes. So honestly, I feel like for Dan, this is probably going to be okay here. I think it's going to be fine. I think it's going to be fine. There's a difference though between paladins that go for the big hammer build, unless you land a perfect setup versus the rogue. Unless you land the perfect hammer setup and just take him out. If the rogue gets a moment to escape, it's over. Smoke bomb, blind, he still has him out and about. Wants to make sure the rogue does not go anywhere. Blind, little hammer still flying. I don't know if that'll be enough to keep the rogue in combat. Can you judgment? Judgment does connect. You need to catch up to him right now. You need to catch up to him right now. It needs to happen right here. Another hammer, but it doesn't crit. That is the worst part right here as a pala. If they land the hammers but they don't crit, DFA, is it going to be enough? Cloak of Shadows to follow up. You still have some physical damage. They can't go through Cloak. It's going to be over. Does Mershka try to waddle out? They walk back into Consecration. Consecration is going to hurt. Maybe not. Oh, this, dude, the sheer difference between putting a Dawn Light on the rogue versus the hammers, nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do. Nothing you can do, especially if the rogue shivs you and you don't have a hand of freedoms. It's over. It's over. Do you think that Devon Prez work really good on Midnight? I'll give him a go with Shanzo. I'll give him a go. I definitely want to give Prez a go because that seems like it should be exciting. Should be like a lot of fun. And I think the Enderman is just out of options. Maybe lay on hands. Maybe lay on hands here. You went in for Darker and Rachel. Lay on hands. Do you have it? Lay on hands. I think it's over. I think it's over. I wish I could track the lay on hands cooldown more properly, but I just cannot. Simoni is going to be up next. This is the boy. This is the man right here. This guy used to join these duels pretty regularly. That is a hell of an axe toss versus a rogue. Immediately ports behind you, axe toss immediately connects. That is some play. He does go in for... Huh? Wait. Where's this guy? Is that the, Where's that guy? What was... Is that the, Soul Harvester demon? Isn't that supposed to sit on top of the Smershka clawing at him? I don't think I've ever seen that dude just walking around, just waddling. What? Is that normal? Jake? Jake, is this real? I don't think I've ever seen that thing. Like, just out and about like that. What? Get a shout out to Simonia. He does have evasion. Just to make sure, I think just to make sure that the axe does not connect. Stun onto the Warlock. Does go for a port. Does have a Tyrant coming up very, very soon. Mortal Coil, if you land a Fear, just so you see him for a second. Smoke Bomb for a moment. Unless you go for maybe for a stun. Try to see if you can land it. Does not connect. Got him some more pets. Maybe the rogue needs to be out in the open, I think, for you to land that Tyrant and that Demonic Soul combo. Sap to follow. Just try to see if you can maybe deny some of that. Some of the eye buff, debuff, knowledge, sight. I guess sight. But Sivoni, he's still got Trinket. He's got a lot of things to still work with into Axe Toss, Fear right after. If you have yourself enough demons together with a Tyrant, Fear, Demon Doggos maybe? Maybe Demon Doggos? Maybe? Tyrant to follow. He is a... Wait. So he is a... Yeah, like this thing. I don't remember that thing just being summoned. Is that supposed to sit on top of the target? Or did they change it so it's like an actual demon? I've never seen that thing waddling around like that. It looks so goofy. I've never actually seen it. I don't understand. But for Sivoni, he does get more demons. Unfortunately, unless you get like some kind of dot onto Nesmershka, as long as the rogue gets himself resets, he'll be okay. Cloak is available. Does get ported out. Stun around the corner from the extra demonic summon. Gouge with Kidney Shot right after. Dark Pact is available. For Sivoni, he just... Unless he gets CC, I think he just needs to kind of let the sustained damage with the pets do as much damage as possible. It's going to be blind out for the rogue. It looks like Sivoni does not really play sustained build of Demonology. He's playing almost like a burst setup build. Because his pets, I guess they're getting slowed by the rogue. Try to see if you can reconnect. The rogue is back behind the pillar again. Axe Toss, unless you end him right here. Because he got a Cloak. Unless the pets is doing enough physical damage. Tyrant right after. Yeah, look, I've never seen that thing just waddling around like this and clawing on its own. Pretty sure it used to be the demon would be on top of targets. I don't think I've ever seen that before. But so when it doesn't take it out of the rogue, it took a little bit of time, but doesn't take it out. I'll reboot fast. Go for it, my guy. Go for it. Curdy gonna be up next. I like your Fel look going, by the way. I like your Warlock set. Wait, that looks so sick on the Priest. I forgot that for some reason in Legion Remix they made it so that play classes all share the same mods of like the tier sets. Same thing with Priest and that Warlock piece together with those wings. It looks absolutely sick. Poured out for Zavonia. Curdy trying to see if he can get himself some sort of a setup. PI, everything available, but the Warlock backing up out of there, just waddling away, stun into a fear trinket. A Mortal Coil rather trinket. And Zavonia is gonna at least take a rift, doing a lot of damage to Curdy. Curdy just gonna find a way to live. Fade for a second, is gonna get hit with the fear. Big crash onto Zavonia with that rift, but that axe toss to turn around. The raw passive damage of a Warlock is just so much. Curdy got another Shadow Crash. First states for Zavonia. Just needs a little bit of living, but I don't know if he's gonna be able to. Those pets surrounding him, I think Curdy does take it. Unless the dots are just not enough, does go for Warlock Health to last second. Curdy still has a disperse in case he needs it. Fear, unless he just ends it right here, and I think with that rift it's going to be over. Try to see if he can clip the rift early. Axe toss does end up taking it. Who's up next? It's going to be True or Young or Gossy. What have you guys got to go? I like that set actually. It's so like simple. I like it. Looks pretty good. Curdy getting blasted out with Arcane Surge. I was going to say Arcane Power, but it's not the same. As Gossy does get hit with a stun, Curdy just trying to see if he can blanket him with a bunch of damage. Is going to go for a disperse just to get himself a lot of cover. That is a Phoenix around the corner. As long as he doesn't step out, he's going to be okay. He was able to survive a good portion of the Gossy Mage burst, but he basically had to just trade a disperse. Quick Fear gives Curdy potentially an opportunity to get some damage. Is going to go for Void Torrent and going to go possibly behind the pillar. Or he's just trying to see if he can keep himself max range from Gossy. Landing a couple of casts here and there. Maybe an interrupt on a Gossy. Gossy does not go for it just yet. It's going to go massive spell, but he breaks out of it early, knowing that it's just going to get broken. And that is the second one under Curdy's belt. With Young going to be up next. It looks good, man. It looks really, really good. I feel like I never see people use those shoulders as part of a bog. How are you doing that? Is it just to sit down and you move forward X, move forward X, move forward X? It's gotta be right. It's gotta be just scooting around. Ring of Frost around the corner. Should be able to catch Curdy. Does not catch him. I thought it was rooted. I thought he had him right then and there. Is going to be able to slow him down. Flurries around the corner. Just getting a lot of premium damage without Curdy even being lined outside. With Young just poking out, sending a Meteor, sending a Comet, sending a Flurry, and just backing up out of there. Just trying to keep Curdy on his toes. So far, the Shadow Prince have taken quite a decent bit of damage. He got defenses. He's got a lot of utility to work with here. But unless he makes some pressure onto Young and start, you know, going through his cooldowns little by little, he's definitely going to fall behind. And Young just avoided him completely. Curdy got himself the feathers, but they are not enough. The Shadow Prince mobility is just absolutely abysmal. Stun with a trinket right out. Blink right after. Fade by Curdy into a fear to follow him. Bayek, yeah. If we got a spot man, I can get you in. I'll check in after this. As soon as we got a spot man, I'll get you in. Flare down, but Curdy is going to try to see if he can go for a silence to cover with a block by Young. Trying to block high right now, but for Curdy, he's actually in a good spot. He's still got potential, lots of damage, lots of momentum. The pets are all in, so maybe this will be good. Young with a bunch of bursts, got himself full poly, full stun into Curdy, got himself dispersed. May want to use it early. As soon as that Meteor connected, I feel like right before the Meteor connects, I feel like that's what you want to do first. But he's trying to see if he can just stay aggressive. He's got VE. It's not going to be able to do a lot. Get it locked out on Shadow Breath right after Young go for Spike. Oh, that Spike was beautiful. It's almost like he knew that it was going to do exactly enough damage to take him out right there. He's like, you know what? Immediate kick. Immediate breath. Land the kill right then and there. That was beautiful. Actually perfect. Toxic going to be up next. He's just trying to see if he can get us, have his way versus Young. Young does have a block available. He got cooldown reduction. He got Alter. Maybe that'll be a little helpful, but against the Rogue, I feel like as soon as Deathmark hits, that's a problem here. That's a bit of a problem. Garrotes him with a trinket while Shadow Meld is, while Subterfuge is active with Kingsbait. I don't know if you live it. I think it's over. This is where you needed a block for like the full burst go. Yeah. Unfortunately, unless you have a block for the full burst go, there's not much you can do, and True is going to be up next as the last man standing. Survival Hunter. Does drop down a perfect latent trap for Toxic with that freezing trap. I don't know if you thought the rogue was going to go past him like that, but he's just going for that range. Just full on range. Botting shot is going to charge him for a second, get a bit of damage, got himself the spear. As he's able to close the gap, he's going to be able to do a lot of damage. That is going to be also the stampede that's missing the rogue, unfortunately, completely. Scatter as rogue reconnects again. Yet another full burst. I don't even know what happened. It looks like the rogue DC'd, but I'm not 100%. But True was able to get some damage out there. Not bad. What is a spike hit twice as hard as G-Pie? Blizzard doesn't like fire mages, apparently. They like frost mages. Radimus as the red palette. Oh, so your boots, man. What the toes look like? Hold on a second. The toes, bro. True, he's just gonna chill, man. He just got himself a bit of damage. Range onto Radimus, who's trying to see if he can pick up some pressure here, but get a knockback. He's playing the Dawn Light build, so it's gonna be okay right now. Trinket out for True. That is his one trinket. Next lockdown, and he's probably dead. Searing Glare does go for a feign death. Turtle Shell right after. He needs to back away from Radimus, drop as much damage on him as he can, and then see if you can get a bubble out of him and then keep kiting. I think that's about all he can do. The bear is gonna help. That thing does a lot of bleed damage, so Radimus is gonna take a decent bit of damage behind the pillar here. If True can get whatever damage he can while behind the pillar, going for the stun, going for those early, that's huge. We'll need to feign death, a Hodge potentially. There's a Hodge. I think you just lose, right? I don't know what you can do as a hunter in that situation. Scatter, back away, maybe get a heal. You're still rotting right now with dots. Yeah, still rotting to the Dawnlight. Maybe lay himself a camo and a reset. He's gonna need cooldowns here. He needs Exil. He needs to be able to, next Hodge, he gets hit by fainted for the burst, does land a camo. I think he's gonna have to play for the long game. He's gonna have to play for as much as possible. I don't know if you got manic bandages. I don't know if you got first aid bandages. Anything you got, anything is gonna be helpful. Eyes are available on either side, and Radimus, I think, is just gonna chill on the corner, but that's exactly what True wants. For Radimus, he's trying to see if he's like, you know what? I'm gonna chill in the pillar, then if he's gonna attack me, I'm in a better position. But the problem is, True is not looking to attack. True is not looking to engage. He's refreshing Hunter's Mark to make it look like he's aggressive, but he's actually just recovering. He needs that health. He knows next stun, Wake of Ashes, is probably going to be lights. A lag? That's unfortunate. Radimus does still have himself a pretty good advantage. Normal bubble out of Radimus, Bob or Spell Warden potentially could be huge. Does get trapped up. For True, this is the best opportunity to get the most damage right now into Radimus that he can do. Trying to see if he can continue the pressure as best as possible. Scatter as he closes around the corner. He is going to use that in order to create a lot of space in between each other. If Radimus cannot close the gap for a Hodge, True is in a great spot. Trying to continue to do as much range damage. Radimus with a stun. Bob, you can remove it. Does not get to. Hodge, he faints it. So he still takes a lot of damage. Trinket, blind, Searing Glare. Radimus trying to give himself an opportunity. Dawnlight to True. Is that going to be it? You can't hit him. Oh, I think it's over. Oh. Paladin, man. Oh no. Paladins, man. That's rough. I honestly think True had it. Like, that was a close one. Super like high into dampening, but damn. I want to go again. Young as well as Nesmershka. Let me know if you guys are good or if you need more bodies. If you need more bodies, we got Bayek. So there's that. We can get him in. Oh my god. Okay, Nesmershka is good. I gotta check with Jay. Okay, Young does need a body. Gossi. Okay. Bayek, I gotcha. Gossi, we can get you back in. If you, what is it? If you come back, we can get you in. Yeah. So I'm gonna remove Gossi for now. I'm gonna get Bayek in. I might write him got a spot, but I must have just sent him an invite. See how that goes. That does mean we're gonna have like 2 Pallies on this team, but I think it'll be okay. Maybe. I think it'll be okay because they do have a Pally on the other team, at least one. Let's do, I don't know, Tolveron? Yeah, let's do a Tolveron map. At least one Tolveron out here. There we go. Sec. Hopefully you do get in. Hopefully you don't have any DCs or anything. But yeah. Get upgrade, can get upgrade for a year and still win. What, against Pallies? Oh, look, the Pallies are scary, man. You gotta respect the Paladin. You gotta respect the Paladin with big old, like, what are they? The Murloc toes. It is a lot of damage. Dawnlight hurts. And as long as you can put it up, you got consistent damage. I think that's why it's so good. It's just the consistency. I don't respect Paladins. Not a lot of people do. They kind of got hated this expansion quite a bit. I don't remember last time Paladins were this hated. But like, I remember in Mob they were like, kind of whatever. WoD is kind of whatever. Legion, people hated them because they had that like auto bubble. Shadowlands, I think is annoying because like Toll was really strong, but I don't remember them being like super like annoying. They must all be destroyed. Oh no. Oh no. Twitch. Doesn't help the next expansion has like a very heavy Paladin focus, does it? Toxic gonna be first up versus Dandruin. Got himself a gouge. You said the gouge just to get dots? Kingsbane just goes through the bomb completely. Dan, there's a big poison ticking on you. Or maybe not. Were you able to dispel it? Because I know that Kingsbane did go through that bomb. I think Toxic just already had it pre-queued up. But if he goes back in, get some dots on you, go road into maybe a rupture. If he goes in for big envenoms, this could be a lot of damage. Kingsbane, I think it might be lights. Dandruin, you better be careful. Because you could get that huge hit. Does go for the bubble. With Toxic, land himself a quick reset. And does go for something breaking him out of stealth. I'm not really sure. Dan, unfortunately, does not catch up on it. Still something dotting. Toxic is going to go for a blind. Dan did go for a blind of his own. I think that was probably the right move if you expected the rogue to be next to you. But now you're missing that tool. Do you lay in hands? Can you lay in hands? You need something here. You need something. Nah, unfortunately, the bleeds do take it. And Toxie, unfortunately, is also lagging a bit, but is stabilizing a bit. Stabilizing just a bit. Just a little bit. Hopefully, we'll be mostly okay. Sivonia got his pets up and running. He's not available for either side at the moment. So we'll see how that goes. Bro, misclick? Oh, good. The bop. I think that bop actually wasn't that bad of a move. It actually did stop the Rogue Soul go. Maybe you were trying to go for Spell Warden. The Spell Warden probably would have been better against an Assassination. But a bop does get you out of stuns and things like that. So in some sense, I feel like it depends on the situation. I think one or the other could be really, really good depending on the situation. Unless he was trying not to bop and trying to maybe to lay in hands. Which is maybe the case. Maybe the case. As Toxie does get a sap on the pet, able to go for a proper stun lock on Sivonia. Axtos? No, Axtos. Maybe he's delaying it or he just doesn't have it. Protocol here for Sivonia. That's a perfect opportunity just to get all the demons, all the pets, every update with a full Tyrant. Axtos under Toxie. Toxie did his hit with a back-to-back stuns. Does have a cloak. Again, I'm not used to the demon just waddling around clone people. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be jumping on people's heads and sitting there. Sivonia, I'm not sure what happened to that void operational, but that might have put you in a rough spot because now you can't really escape. Dots are back on you. You do have a wall. Dark back. Can this shot out for Toxie? He's so ripped out of his body. He's still gonna go for Kingsbane. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Dude is doing 25% less damage. He's like, I'm gonna burst through the wall and dark back and a 25% damage reduction. Hold me back. Hold me back. That was some damage. What? Like, seriously, the most amount of damage reductions and they still powered through. Like, what? True is going to be up next, then. Him and Toxie did have a match last time, although I'm pretty sure lag shenanigans did not let Toxie have a fair fair encounter. Imagine Freya and Insta Dogs. Yo, that would be so good. Yeah, have you seen skill cap tier list? Do you think it's good? I have not seen skill cap tier list. For classes? For what? Like Midnight Alpha? Beta? Isn't it too early still for his tier list? Toxie's being extra careful. He knows, like with True, he's probably going to be sitting on the freezing trap. The classic Hunter strat. It did work out really well for him last time. Toxie, not walking at True. Not walking past him. Last time he learned his lesson. He knows that something's going to happen here. Immediately does go for a tricky Kinna shot into a cheap shot. True, taking a lot of damage. Death Pact as well, Death Mark as well as freezing Kingsbane are all in. He may be looking for a turtle here. He's taking a lot of damage. Body shot onto Toxie does not connect. Disarm does help a little bit. There goes the turtle. And Toxie so far has been able to survive a lot of this. You know, he's going to get stunned. He's just going to go for stun now while True still has a turtle. Unless you can close the gap and go for a shadow step. The dots and poison throw did it. Toxic does reclaim victory. So far, so good. PvP list for War Within. Oh, for War Within, they probably have a good one then. Yeah, they probably have a good one. Actually, can you link it? Is that like an image? Is that a screenshot? I'm assuming it's like a video. If you can link that as an image in like Discord or something, I'll peep it. It's probably pretty accurate. Because those guys put a lot of effort. I'm pretty sure it's probably pretty accurate. Probably pretty accurate. But Young is going to be up next as a Frost Mage versus Toxic. Last time, was it Toxic or Smushka that versed Young? I think it was Toxic that clapped his cheeks after a block. I think it was him. Are you out? Someone cut him out. I'm not sure what cut him out, but he's trying to see if he could get ahead of the Mage. Trying to see if he can get a better angle here. I am also wondering if the new version of Mages, with the whole like, what am I trying to say? With that whole freeze mechanic and no icy veins, if that's going to be better for PvP in Midnight or not. I think potentially could be really good, really consistent damage, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm wondering if bursts like this is not going to be available anymore. Full stun to Toxic, nothing they can do. Maybe Cloak? Cheat Death barely saving him. The boy living by Cheat Death. It's going to go for a counter pressure onto Young. King's Bane is going to back up out of there. Are you still dotted? Do you have anything on yet? No, you actually got a full clean reset. You do have a trinket for the next go. So next time Young gets you with a full stun lock, you might just be able to trinket and bail out. Vanish not available. Maybe can meld it. Try to go for first aid. Young sitting down for food. So it's going to be a bit of a reset between the two. Toxic, I can't believe this man run Cheat Death. I feel like I don't trust Cheat Death anymore. Because sometimes, a lot of the times, it just doesn't cheat death at all. Wrath with a full poly. Toxic with a trinket. Gurbrose poly. It's a lot of damage. It's gonna go for a gouge. It's still a lot of damage for Toxic to take your meter. It's gonna crash on him. Steps in last second. Big and Venom onto Young. Just a little bit more damage. Just a little more. And the blades take him. And Toxic immediately DCs. No, Bayek, please. Bayek, please, no. Bayek rushing him down, running him down. He needs a few seconds for a vanish. Just a couple of seconds. Vanish. You need a vanish. You need a vanish. You need a vanish. It's gonna give you a bit of a heal. You can't get away from him though. You can't get away from Bayek unless maybe you could slow him. Maybe Shiv. Hand of Freedom. Smoke Bomb. Create some line of sight. Oh, but the Wake of Ashes with the Dawn Light. Nothing you can do. Gotta give credit to the boy though, man. Gotta give credit. Wait, what happened to him? Oh. He just legs. Well, Toxic's legs did do a really good job, man. Lots of running. Legs are tired. You know what? Rest. You rest in that sand pile, my sweet prince. It's going to be down to Curdy to try to find a way to fight a paladin. I feel like the casters are really, really good for assassination. I do feel like he probably... I feel like the mage got him in a lockdown and a full Frosty Mage stun. And I feel like in all situations, it probably would have been like the rogue would have been punished for getting stunned up like that. But that cheat death narrowly let him live. It's just so wild to me. Like, what? The mercy for the rogue? Yeah. You know, a lot of people hate rogues, especially when it comes to PvP. And I used to be like, man, what do I do? Because I usually don't gank people. If somebody is low and they're 1v1ing somebody, I don't jump in for a 2v1. I don't do that. I just find it kind of scum behavior, to be honest. Maybe it's just like, I don't know. I used to like kind of take offense to it. Like I used to be annoyed by it, but it's like, you know what? It's part of my class fantasy. Everybody hates you. And that's okay. Mazel Spell trying to see if he can maybe get a juke. Does not get a juke. Curdy still trying to go for Mazel Spell. Is going to get shut down by Bayek. Curdy may just have to be looking for a disperse here. Does have the E, so potential lots of healing. He got him some PI, everything available. So as long as you can pump damage to the Bayek, you might be able to stand toe to toe. It's having to go for disperse. Would have been better if you could pop disperse on Bayek's bubble. He still has a Mazel Spell though. He could Mazel Spell bubble potentially. It's having to go for Flash Heal. It is barely doing anything. Bayek with a silence. Might decide to go for Mazel Spell. Fade for a second. Lay on hands. I don't know if Curdy can do anything. I think it's just lights as Bayek continues to strike him down. Not much you can do. I can understand that pushing, but it's not for Paladins, the counter rogues. Yeah. Paladins definitely do have a bit easier. I mean, I feel like in their situation, you versus Bayek, you had no health. You had no cooldowns, and Bayek is running it down. I don't think there's a chance that you could potentially win there. Like, honestly, Bayek does pick up the eye, trying to avoid all the traps laid by Goers. Binding shot, he does shrink it out of it. Second stun, it is going to be the yard. with Guerreros, trying to go for the double tap action. Is he going to be able to get himself the big go? The big damage, big rapid fire needs to come out. He got himself big aim shot procs instead, actually. That is huge. Looks like he's playing Sentinel. So that's potentially lots of damage to Bayek. I don't know if he's got a like Lunastrom attacking him or not. He's trying to sit down for Mage Foot. Unfortunately, Bayek has Mage Foot, Guerreros does not. So you may just need to run down Bayek. You may just need to run him down. Whatever rapid fires you can get behind the corner, that'll be fantastic. Had no problem with rogues. You're a warlock. Warlocks have a pretty good time with rogues, especially Demo. Cannibalize? Yo, such a good racial. Such a good racial. Bayek is going to try to see if he can have himself some kind of a goal. Guerreros immediately stops him and plays trap, waiting for him, but Hand of Freedom would have stopped him from, you know, running through a trap either way. Stuns Guerreros, holding that Hodge up until better moment is perfect. Searing Glare right after. Guerreros is forced to play defensively. He can't even counteract Bayek's damage anyway. Pretty sure the explosive shot even missed. Because why are you steering glared? All of the attacks miss, all CC will miss. He plays the explosive shot ahead onto Bayek, and then the explosion missed, which makes no sense to me. You know what I mean? The dampening buff, 44% man. This spur heals for 0. Yeah, Curdy, I feel you, man. I feel you. If I could control dampening, I wouldn't have it go up to 40. Maybe like 25 maximum. You know, some kind of reasonable number where like, okay, high enough number where you feel pressure, but you can still heal. But yeah, there's a lot of classes that are like, this burst, that's my big healing button. But if it doesn't heal, it's like, okay, well, my talent basically is useless. The talent to add a heal is not really doing much at this point. Bayek with a full Searing Glare. With Guerreros, he got cooldowns, he got offensive power, and Bayek still has a bubble. Unless you can find a way to get some damage for the bubble, Bayek is going to be able to take you out, unfortunately. Nasmershka the Rogue is up next. Might be able to lock down Bayek and then pop enough cooldowns into him to maybe force a bubble here. Bayek with an aggressive use for a Trinket blind, they're just walking away from Nasmershka, hits him with a dot, and it's going to go for a lot of self-healing at that point. Now, I also noticed he's playing for the flash heal that he could just use instantly, but that thing barely heals for anything now. But looks like he's making sure to use that thing on cooldown just to get himself even a little bit of a heal. Just whatever health he can stabilize together with Eternal Fire, Eternal Flame, one of those two. I have a Paladin, I just barely play Dawnlight build, or the Herald build, to be honest. I think it's Eternal Flame. I think it's Eternal Flame. Pretty sure. Cheap shot. For Nasmershka, he got Cloak. He's got a lot of defenses he could work with. Bayek with a wall. May just have to bubble this. It's a lot of damage. Shield of Vengeance. I don't know how you can trust that shield. Bubble right after Nasmershka. Unless he get caught. He does not get caught. Bayek tried to go for a heal with Regenerating, and he stopped it. Nasmershka's out. If that's a stun, it's over. One more hammer. How are you alive after that, Templars? How are you alive? Cheap shot. If you turn this around right here. If you turn this around. No! I don't know what killed them, to be honest. Like, I guess dots? But man, Radimus is going to be up next versus Bayek. Two homies, man. They know, because Radimus is here because Bayek recommended him. He was like, yo, can you pick up a homie of mine? I was like, yeah, man. Look at the bow, dude. Look at the bow. Love seeing it. I love the auto duels. Bayek, however, is definitely behind. He'll have the Spell Warden. He'll have Lay on Hands. He's still got 3 minutes on a Trinket. So he's in a rough spot right now if he wants to win this 1v1. But he's bringing it back for his team little by little. Hey, a Paladin wins this duel, chat. A Paladin loses, but a Paladin wins the duel. The Paladin is dead. Praise the Paladin. You know what I mean? Like, it's the king is dead. Hail the king. Oh, man. Paladins only have Paladins friends. Weird. It's a rough world out there, man, especially if you're like the most hated class in the game. Bayek taking lots of damage in the opener. Radimus is actually backing up out, letting the DAOs do a lot of work. Spell Warden, Bayek also Spell Warden. Both Paladins are just like right now, they're basically hanging around, they're just talking to each other because they can't hurt each other. Both popped immunities. And Bayek tried to see if he can maybe follow up with a Searing Glare. He's taking a lot of damage though. He'll need to delay that Lay on Hands until a perfect moment. So whatever recovery he can get, whatever dot damage he can do on Radimus, he's going to be in a good spot. But he's going to have to wait. Sitting down for whatever mage foot he can. Try to see if he can stay mounted. Try to pick up whatever mage foot. It just does not like start going down that quickly. You have to go for Lay on Hands, I think. Yeah, you have to. He's trying to wait for it. There goes Lay on Hands. I don't know if you can wait until bubble is available. Radimus still has a bubble, so he's perfectly okay. There goes the bubble. Unless Bayek escapes right here, right now, is the rough spot. He needs a horse. He needs a horse. He got movement, actually. Hold on. He's got enough movement. Next stun is dead. Whoever stuns next is dead. Or, whoever stuns next, whoever gets stunned is dead. Bayek with a blind. Radimus with a stun. I think it's over, right? Unless Bayek somehow turns it around. Shield of Vengeance? No. No. Oh, man. 4 for Bayek. He did such a good job, though, man. He did such a good job bringing it back. That was rough. After the Rogue tore apart the team, well done, well done. Close? Very close. I think you two played really well against each other. Shield of Vengeance was the right play. I feel like with lower dampening, you actually would have had like a heal out of that Shield of Vengeance. But that was rough. Okay, so we need 2 more. We'll need 2 more for this team. Alrighty, let's try to see if we can put something together, Jad. Yeah. 5v5 1v1 DUELS. Listen again on multi-core if you guys want to join in. Here we go. Let's see how this goes. Is anybody else on that I didn't get to ask earlier? Hey, Cloak, wanna join? Oh, Dipson is on too. GG, man. GG. Maybe later, Dal. Okay, Cloak is a no-go for now. Oh! Oh! I don't think I've ever asked NTG for duels, but I want to see if he'll be down. Guerreros? Okay. Well, that's Gossi, unfortunately. How do you join in? Group is listed under Molten Core, under raids, under legacy raids. So if you look up Molten Core, you'll find the group for 5v5 1v1 DUELS. Sign up and I got you in. We got 2 spots, so we can get 2 bodies. I reached out to whoever I can on Real ID, so hopefully maybe somebody responds, but we'll see. But we'll see. All right, Saya said he'll be down, so Saya is coming in. So we'll need at least 1 extra. I tried Diablo 4 with a controller and it's tragic. I couldn't imagine playing with a controller. I played Diablo with a controller. I actually find it kind of comfortable, Jake. I think you do lose a lot of the precision that you have with a mouse, right? Especially now that you got WASD for controls and stuff. Maybe we'll be getting a homie. One of the OGs in here, man. I'm gonna use servers. Yes, I'm gonna use servers, but still. You should be able to find it under Molten Core. It'll be titled 5v5 1v1 DUELS. No, you should still be able to find us. Unless I have like, yeah, I don't have it limited to Horde or anything. So if you're like Alliance or Horde or whatever, it should work. Yeah. Yeah, I could give a lead to Bayek. Jay, I'll just need to know when you're back, man. Make sure you're good. Last game? No, we're doing more. We're definitely doing more. Definitely not last game. Definitely not last game. Yeah, it's just slow. It's just slow. Log an alley? Give me a sec. Okay, yeah, if you want to log over an alley, I can get you in. Are you on this team, Bayek? You are, okay. Are we putting Saya and Bayek on the same team, by the way? We might be, actually. We might be. Okay, so with Bayek, we still do need 2. So I do have Saya said he'll be down, and I also have 1 more body said he'll be down. Keep it in a secret. Like at about 5. Unless like NTG, Naz, Nal, unless one of those guys responds, or Dipson responds. Get Saya in. Yeah, no, I definitely want to get both of you guys then. Because like the other team actually got like they got pretty good setup for like a team. Because they got a Pally on one team, Pally on the other. That can work out pretty well. The boy is back. Welcome back, Johnny. Welcome back. We did one more chat. Uno mas. Uno mas. I can find Dal's group. Vlad, Sam. Yeah, if you're struggling to find the group, 5V5 1v1 Duels. I'm trying to find like another way to find the group, but like if you look at a Bolton core, you should be able to find us pretty easily. If you go to raids, or if you go to like raids and search and just type in number 5, hit enter, there's a pretty good chance you'll find maybe Meow, and then you'll find this group right here. 5V5 1v1 Duels. We got a spot if you want to join in. I get you in. That'll get Saya, but look, we'll switch people around or whatever. Saya? Okay, Saya takes a spot. Sam, we can still get you in when we got a spot, man. How does that sound? Team is ready. Let me know when you're back. All right, waiting on Jayhawk for like 2 seconds. He said he needs to BRB real quick, but as soon as he's responds back, we'll queue. In search, yeah, sounds like cute to leave with Palas. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah, we'll be fine, man. We'll be all good. We'll be all good. Side's like, yo, team balance, by the way? Team balance, by the way? Nah, we'll be fine. We'll be okay. Another way to join Vlad is if you wanted to add me on Real ID. I could also just like invite you directly like that. That could also work too. Is this balanced? I think so. I think so. Maybe. We will see. Yeah, as soon as Jay lets me know he's back, we'll send it. I just don't want to queue without him. Really? The hell does Inquisitor's Ire do? I'll play a bit of Paladin. I don't ever use this talent. Every 2 seconds, gain 5% increased damage in the next Divine Storm. Stack it up to 10 times. Is it stacking? Is it actually good? Oh, you're running Imperial Legacy, so you are getting value out of it at least. Okay. Is it Rextra's video on 40 Paladins versus 40 Evokers? I did not. I used to see those kind of videos on like 40 Death Knights versus... I think the 40 Death Knights versus 40 Paladins was the coolest one. Pretty sure Death Knights won, right? With just the A-bombs. The lag, the living hell out of the other guys. It's a lot of bubbles, but they're just like... Just through the entire army, everybody had to bubble. And then eventually just died and melted. That shit was awesome. But I did not see 40 Paladins versus 40 Evokers. I imagine all the Evokers just went deep breathing through the Palas. What's your ID? Dalaran, hashtag 1340. You're more than welcome to add me, friend. I'm gonna check back with Jayhawk in a second. Desperska, also, let me know if your team is all good and you got 5. Because I'm just waiting for Jay and we'll be good to go. Okay, Jayhawk is back. We're good. I'm gonna make the boy lead. Okay. Okay, I do have this thing. And let's do a, I guess we do hook. Is it 2 ends? It is 2 ends. Yes, you might have some sort of green. Oh, it is very green. Yes, it is a Star Wars mug. Yeah, that's why it looks all see-through. Let me see if I can. Can I like remove the? I want to see if I can deactivate the chroma key for a second, so I can show you. That it? I got it a while ago as a gift. It's what is it? Mando and maybe Yoda. I got it a while ago as a gift though. Speaking of that show, actually took a nosedive, dude. I just have like a mass. It's like a big mug, man. I have big hands. So it's like the one mug that actually kind of sort of fits. Otherwise, I normally have a very small mug. I have toned down on how much coffee I drink, so maybe I'll go back to the small mugs again. It is more convenient. Full mug. It's pretty cute. Which. Got ourselves Curdy over for the team 1. Let's go that team. We got Goerus, Toxic gonna be first up. Radimus in the bag, dude. At some point, they're gonna have to let Radimus off the leash, man. Just let him go absolutely berserk. Toxic switching around, actually. He went full Toxic. And switch around from like a female Night Elf to a male Night Elf, which I actually think this kind of looks menacing. Look at that. I think it looks sick, just the way they hold the weapons with those daggers too. It looks good. They're trying to figure out who's going to be first, dude. Pally, we've got yourself a plate squad, man, with Dan, Bayek, Saya, Leo. Leo's going to be first up. And we got Young there as well. Leo starting off with Frost Death Knight, playing out the Rider build, so he's not going to have the big Reap. But I said he's gonna have to have the horse build and everything. Gouge just lets him put up a couple of dots into a cheap shot. Dude, using Gouge as a pseudo stun is diabolical. Leo's just gonna melt it! Woo! Alright, Toxie! Okay, Leo, it's just a warm-up game. Warm-up game real quick. You see our team's rolls? 1, 5, 8, 10. Bro, he's got the highest roll. I mean, Leo, I don't know what he's got for his roll, but unlucky roll. What just happened? Rogue happened. Rogue happened. This is why Tox is like, you know what? I'm not sure if I like Midnight Rogue. You can't do one-shots, and that's what he's talking about. Like, this is what Rogues live for, man. A big setup, big death mark, couple of hits. Unfortunately, Death Knights can't do anything about it. There just isn't much he can do. Like, he pressed everything. He didn't use IBF, but I think he was waiting for a stun combo. I think he was just trying to see if he could live the dots, and he fell too far back. And it's like, even if he presses stuff, it doesn't really matter. The Rogue already has damage rolling, right? It's already pre-rolling. Bayek with the Searing Glare, Toxic getting hit with a full Dawnlight, does go for a cloak, which removes the bleed, which removes the blind effect. So he's just trying to see if he can put pressure into Bayek. It's just going to go for advantage to try to see if he can escape. Juking from one side to the other, walking on Consecration, unfortunately catching himself another restealth, and Bayek not catching him really all that fast. With Bayek picking up the eye, you should be able to see where the Rogue is at. Unfortunately, I hate when the eyes do that. I hate when the eyes do that. But at least he's able to sit down for some food. For Toxie, he's able to recuperate cooldowns. It's got Deathmark coming up in 30 seconds, a little bit less than that. He's actually in a good spot right now. I kept his defensive with silence, and I played double DPS tricky because human is just cooked. Yeah. Like, at that point, I didn't realize it was a silence. But it's crazy how many skills of Death Knight are technically spells. And when you silence them, like, you can't do much. Plus, if you disarm a Death Knight, there's also not much you can do either. Evasion up for Toxie. He's taking a lot of damage, though. Bayek did press Bop. So maybe you can force a bubble out of him, but Bayek I think he's just going to try to see if he can whittle it down little by little. Toxie, all he can do is go behind the pillar, first aid, maybe catch a re-stealth. Tap? Huh? What? I don't know what kind of sap that was, but he lived. I was thinking it was lights. And Bayek knows if he just lands a hit, just lands a good hit on Toxie, it's over. I think Toxie is gonna have to wait until Cloak is up and a Trinket are up. I think he has to. Otherwise, if he goes up for Zabiak, that's a bubble. He can immediately immune, full burst into Toxie. All Toxie can maybe do is maybe get an opener into Bayek. As soon as he sees a Trinket out of Bayek or bubble, vanish immediately. Vanish, tuck tail, run away. Because you know it's gonna be Trinket, probably stun, maybe Trinket, Shield the Vengeance, and if you Shield the Vengeance, you can vanish and run away before he hodges him. He's gonna pick up the eye. Gouge for Toxie, try to see if he can have himself a go. Trinket is back up and available, so you can counter. Does go for the Trinket, it's gonna be a shove. Bayek taking a lot of damage, getting a shot right after. Gonna be bubble. Vanish is available. Cloak very, very soon. Cloak is available. Cheat death, he just delivered that cheat death. Bayek, oh, Bayek died to the bleeds. Oh my god. Oh no. The problem is he got below 10% health, and with Deathmark doubling up the bleeds, it's literally execute. It's literally an execute, nothing you could do unless he pre-bubbles it before 10%. But the whole time he's probably thinking like, you know what, I'm okay, I still got 10% health. Wait, Rogue got the execute. And for Young, he's just gonna take a Toxie, not gonna let him out of his sight. It's over. Oh man. The Rogue did pretty good. The Rogue did do really well, chat. Did really good. Just look at his pet. It is pretty toxic looking, isn't it? It is toxic looking slime. I knew he had execute, but I wasn't sure if it would have before that. You know what? I feel like every time, everybody always gets a little surprised by that execute mechanic. Because sometimes it like executes you as soon as you hit 10% health, and otherwise like not quite until they drop really, really low. I think it's because he double layered dots on you and Deathmark on top of it, and they're like maxed out, and he has Shiv. The dots are so amplified that as soon as you hit 10%, you just die. Yeah. So I feel like if you, especially if Paladin, if you're used to getting low on health, right? Playing around like, okay, I'm a bubble when I'm super low on health. You get comfortable with getting low, and then Rogue comes in, and you find dropping low mentally, but the Rogue is now going to be able to exploit that. So unless you're used to... Is this the animation for the rug? I didn't know if... Ah! I didn't know rugs could do that kind of animation. What in the world? Huh? I didn't know this spin around like that. Is that always been in the game since Legion? Is that normal or is that new? I don't know if rugs had an animation before. Curdy is going to be up next, apparently. It looked like this Mushka for a second, but instead, it is the Shadow Priest. And for Young, I think he basically has almost all his stuff up except for Icy Veins, but with the single shifting power, I think he'll probably get him back up and running. It's Jaz's favorite thing to talk about. What? The execute? Bro, it's a cool mechanic, okay? Leave me alone. I get excited about nerdy things like this, okay? Let me live my dream. Let me live my dream. Curdy with the silence full boy torrent. Unless it's a block on a Young. It is going to be a block on a Young. Curdy with a massive spell. He's trying to see if he can bait it. Does get to bait it. Oh, that's so good. But Curdy will not have a massive spell for one of the Paladins. Unless he cancels it early. Tricket's out. It's going to be Young trying to see if he can catch him. It's going to be maybe a potential stun. Fall into Curdy. Does have a full frost bomb. Curdy maybe looking for a potentially disperse here. Might want to disperse early. Possibly. He's going to go for disperse. Wally can still heal him. It's actually doing decent healing. Is going to go for flash heals right after. Is Young going for a reset with some cooldowns. Is going to go for a bit of a reposition with a displacement. Able to be like everywhere and nowhere. Always behind the pillar at all times. Breath onto Curdy with a poly. But he's not going to be able to go for a stun lockdown. He's just going to have to go for a spike into a meteor that's going to get Curdy incredibly low. Silence on a Young with yet another block. He can't master spell this one though. You can go for heals. Actually going to pop out of the block early. Avoiding the rift with that blink last second. Is going to be able to go for a couple of lances. But Devouring Plague is upon you. Does land a kick on Shadow. But I think Young is still just melting through those dots. I think it's just over. It is lights. Together with that pet also doing additional damage. Nothing he can do. He played it as best as he could. Double Paladin left on the other team. Either it's going to be my boy Saya or my boy Danduin, dude. One of those things gotta go. And looks like Curdy is going to be going up versus Saya. Unfortunately, Curdy has like nothing for a Paladin. And I think as a priest, you need literally every defensive and a lot of luck in order to beat a Paladin. Like 1v1, I don't know if a priest can win. And it looks like maybe just look at a team. Maybe it's like, hey, somebody want to fight him instead of me? No? Okay, I guess I'll have to do it. Saya's at least giving like Curdy a chance here to, you know, get a little bit of cooldowns back. But for Curdy, Dark Ascension is going to be the blessing of saying for Saya is able to avoid some CC. Curdy, I think, might be lights here, man. Unless he just has to pop Disperse immediately. Silence with a Void Torrent onto Pala. At least he's able to get a little bit of damage to him. Able to break through Shield of Vengeance. Disperse immediately. Yep, there goes the trade. Unfortunately, Disperse is not going to be able to do a lot of healing at 43% dampening. Look at that. It is barely keeping him alive. And Saya, I mean, he's in a great spot right now. He can just do a lot of just freebie damage on the Curdy. And there's not much Curdy can do. Desperate Prayer, VE, whatever damage you do will help heal you, but you're barely getting heals. Yeah, barely getting heals, unfortunately. And for Saya, he only had to trade one ability. Lay on hand, so he's okay. Blessing of Protection immediately to stop the rogues go, but immediate vanish out for Nesmershka does put Saya in a bit of a weird spot because he wasn't able to bop and then go for a stun. And that's, what was that? Sap break? I'm not even sure. Is it just broken to like a rupture? It must have been a rupture, right? But Saya immediately had a Hodge ready to go for Nesmershka. Did not even wait. Did not have to, you know. That's actually kind of credible. Might still be looking at a bubble here, though. He's incredibly low. No lay on hands for a while. Maybe can punish the rogue with some damage over time, but he is in a rough spot where he may be looking at a bubble, which is great for Nesmershka, not great for Saya. Especially if he's trying to play for longevity. He already uses Zendar Racial, which gave him a decent bit of healing. Might be looking for a bubble, has to use it early, especially with the rogue. Immediate vanish by Nesmershka, though, which is some rogues, like if you're really trained for it, trained to like immediately vanish as soon as they pop an immunity. Make sure that you got the opener, you got the big cooldown, you disappear. Nesmershka, unfortunately, is dotted with Dawnlight, and Saya is not going to let him out of his sight. Burning a bubble for Saya is still rough, because Goveris could possibly exploit it. Is going to get a binding shot, double tap ready to go, with the trap ready as well. Does not let it rip, though, unfortunately. Does get himself an explosive shot, but as long as Saya is behind the pillar, if Goveris does not close the gap to try to find the angle, or do damage with the volley, it's the volley that puts an explosive, but it's not the volley that lets him hit the walls, unfortunately. I feel like volley that hits you with the walls is probably a little better, isn't it? Guards with a ton of damage. Saya taking lots of hits with a Shield of Vengeance is able to survive it, at least for now. Cast the wall does too, but he's out of immunities with the freezing trap waiting on the left sides, which is not willing to like run at. But he's looking to potentially maybe land a kill onto Goers. Does he have enough damage here? Silence to follow. That's also going to be Chimeric to reduce your self-healing. Not great for Saya. Binding shot waiting for you. Does get hit, but the Blessing of Safety is going to help. Goers just is one good hit. That's over. Unless Saya just melts him with the Dawnlight. He's going to need a few good hits. Knocking Saya away from a pillar with a rapid fire. Just one good hit. Oh. Is Goers still dead to the dots though? No, not quite. But the Anduin probably is going to be able to walk in and just a single hammer, right? Freezing trap. Goers catching maybe a camo. He needs a camo and a cannibalize. That's all he can do right now. Camo and cannibalize. Oh! I was surprised he could actually still see it, but I guess maybe Goers was still dotted by something. Must have been, right? Danduin doesn't have taken him out with Radimus charging in. Danduin and Radimus have all the cooldowns available. Trinket for Radimus. Trinket available for Danduin. Does get hit with a Hodge. Is going to be able to go for Wake of Ashes. Might be a bubble out of Danduin. Does have to bubble it. Can you go counter-offensive here? Because now he's a little behind. Now that he doesn't have a bubble anymore. Unless he just goes for a complete reset, he's going to be in a rough spot. He is getting dotted. Dawnlight reapplies back on him. Searing Glare, but Radimus immunes it. I think for Danduin, it just lights, man. That is rough. 2 for Saya, 2 for Toxie, dude, with the bears and one-shots. It is lovely. It is very, very lovely seeing a rogue do some work again. I do wonder. I'm hoping Toxie, because he's press concerned about Assassins potentially being less bursty midnight. Hopefully they're not less bursty. Hopefully they'll be tuned correctly. But yeah, not having Cold Blood is a little rough. That's 1-3 palette. True. It is a rough matchup. Well done. And you know what? Hey, having a Pally on your team also helps. So you know what? It's more like 2 Pally. If you're like counter, if you're like, if each team has a Pally and they cancel each other out, you basically have 1 against 2 Pallas. Ready? Beautiful. Nesmershka, let me know if your team is ready. Send your request. Which one am I looking for? Is it Sevier? Yeah, what's your real ID? Because if I know your real ID, then we can queue, then I can get you in. Let's do a probably not Blade's Edge. Is Downwind Sewers good of a map? I kind of like Downwind Sewers. Savior, gotcha. the air. If you're on, I don't know if you are. Gotcha. Yeah, I can get you in when we got a spot, man. How did that sound? When we got a spot, I can get you in. Let me find you real quick. Say the air and add a note. Here we go. Okay, I think I saved this one. Pretty sure I saved that last match. Double checking. Beautiful. Here we are. Here we go. Twitch. Yeah, my rogue videos stream boss. Yo, I got a couple, man. With midnight being out, I got a couple. I got you. Radimus, dude. I never see anybody ride one of these birds, man. The eagles from Legion. I never see anybody ride those things. They got kind of cool looking. Just for the sake of like, we don't see a lot of eagle mounts in game, I think. So they're pretty sick looking, honestly. Big damage on the Danduin in the opener as Goer just trying to see if he can get himself set up. Binding shot maybe out a little early, but getting those instant-cast aim shots with the tier proc, that is huge. Those aim shots could do a lot of... I don't even know where Danduin is at. I don't even... What? I'm sorry? Thank goodness you popped him in a freezing trap just to freeze this man for a second. He was literally everywhere and nowhere at once. I don't understand. Is it just the game? Is it EU? Is it the duels thing that's happening? Or is it the hordes that does that? Because I literally couldn't tell where he was. I don't know if Goers saw the same thing or not. I hope not. I hope Goers did not see the same thing. Because then it's like, you can't tell where the guy's at. I can't tell where he's at, where he's going. He's everywhere and nowhere. Some Super Saiyan moves right there. Oh no. Rapid fire body shot. Dangerous is just kind of stuck. You know, this is gonna get stunned up. At least find himself covered behind the pillar. If Goers, do hunters just play into that explosive shot volley, not play through the line of sight volley? Because I feel like if you give him line of sight volley, he probably would have been able to just land kills here. Because it stays with you as a debuff for like a short bit of time. But maybe it's just not the play anymore. Rapid fire out for Goer, just try to see if he gets some damage. Dan does get those aim shots that are proccing with the freezing trap, but he does ignore it with a turtle or bubble. It's going to be Goer's, unfortunately locked down with a bunch of hammers and just a lot of damage proccing out for the Pala. Not much you can do about it with Curtis trying to see if he can get himself a go versus Dan. Able to get a couple of blasts in there. Does give for himself a juke on the cast somehow. Dark Ascension and everything is available, though Dan doesn't look like it has a bubble, so maybe Spell Warden. Curdy could remove it with a Mazda spell. You can remove it, right? No, it doesn't need to. Oh, wait, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it did remove it. Never mind. Silence. Oh! That rift was built up decent bit. Love it. What about becoming range, is it? I mean, they kind of are a little range, aren't they? Mr. Average? I feel like with how much range, like, you have so much leeway in your abilities, the only thing you need is Crusader Strike. But with them changing Templar Strike, so you actually have to get in and press Crusader Strike, it looks like Pally might be getting more in melee. Because your whole resource generation, I think maybe will be affected. But yeah. Yeah. I like the soda can. Looks so good, man. I like the toys. I like some toys like this can be used in arena, man. I feel like they should allow you like those little small toys that don't really impact the gameplay to be more usable in PvP. I think they're kind of neat. Imagine you're just like defending a flag over in BG Blitz and you're just like, popping a soda. Mad damage with Curdy having to go for a disperse, but Leo's not pressing off the offensive here. Potentially could be fear out for Curdy, but it's silenced before he can do anything. Nothing he could do about it. All that I think Curdy could have done is maybe disperse and it early. Silence Leo immediately before he can cast anything, because Silence would lock out a Death Knight's pretty decent bit of the overall kit. Absolute Steamroll, there's nothing you can do as a priest in a lot of cases, man. There's not much you can do. Riders are on top on the Smershka. Just trying to keep the pressure. Again, the Rogue is kind of blinking all open. I can't tell where he's at. There's so much to Leo. And says, might just have to go for defenses here. The Smershka just trying to see if he can stay on top of the DK into a cheap shot right after. No more outs for Leo to break out of the stuns, and it might just be dead here. Deathback maybe? No, it doesn't matter. That's the biggest thing about Deathnet is they do a lot of damage, but they will get locked down by a rogue. Yep, a Trick Words on CD. The only thing you could have done there, Curdy, is I think cancel Disperse early, because he's waiting for the Disperse to be down. He's probably waiting for the full duration. But if you cancel it early, hit him with a silence before he hits you with a silence, maybe you can then follow up with a VE, Desperate Prayer, get some damage out, right? Fear, PI, I don't know, something, anything, one of those things, anything like that probably would have been okay. Maybe, and that, I don't even know if that would have been enough to land a kill, but like very much a maybe. Very much a maybe. This Bershka is going to go versus Saya disarm mode after shield events available for the Paladino. He's got a full dot onto the rogue, and it's going to pick up eyes to make it so this Bershka, even if you do vanish, he's just going to be able to get away from you. But blind doesn't counter it, and probably is going to give this Bershka a reset that he's looking for. Maybe. Smoke bomb. Gouge, unfortunately, he's back in combat. Cheap shot to follow up. He's just going to have to make a play off of that. Trinket for Trinket. Saya taking a decent bit of damage. Smershka does not want to stick around. Might just have to advantage before he gets any more dots on him. Especially without full Wake of Ashes. Unless he cloaks. He does cloak. I think he just peel away. He's trying to see if he can stay in there. Doesn't go for the advantage before the dots ramp up. And I don't even know if he has dots. Maybe? No, Dawnlight. That's like the most important dot. But there's still other dots that Pally's put up. That is so rough, though. That is so rough as a priest. It is rough. Asperska landing that sap. He got blades. He doesn't have a trinket. And Saya got 2 outs. He's got bubble and bop. So I don't really know. Maybe Asperska finds a way. If there's a will, there's a way. Saya picking up the ice. So even if Asperska did have a vanish, you'll be able to stay on him the entire time. Evasion is all the rogue can really do. Maybe press feint. Vanish does come out, but he still sees you. He still sees you. Maybe gouge, just or maybe give yourself a breather. Then a kidney shot and walk away. Maybe. Oh, you died. You're dead. Oh yeah, it's over. It's over. Picking up the eyes of the rogue, even if it vanishes, it doesn't matter, is diabolical. Radimus trying to see if he can take down Saya. Still holding onto a bubble. Does get a bubble out of him. Radimus can potentially just live this. You're just gonna waddle away on his mammoth. Taking a lot of damage from Saya. Shield evidence available. Could go burning immunity. Is going to go for a trinket here. Saya is left with not a lot. I think Radimus tried to go for a blind, but I don't know if it connected. That or if it's another effect that I'm just confusing with a blind. There goes the bubble. So Radimus actually burning his big immunity. Saya still has a lot of health. Shield of Vengeance. So if he just lives Radimus' bubble, neither Paladin has a big out ability. So it'll come down to the whoever stuns first. Unless Radimus lands the kill here, Steering Glare is going to help him out. Unless he can land the kill here and finish off the job, Saya's gonna have a chance. Does he get it? Stun onto Radimus. Is it gonna be enough? Big no-line damage. Does he get a follow-up afterwards? It barely held layered hands. Does Saya have layered hands? Does Saya have layered hands? It does have layered hands, Radimus! Oh no, I think Saya's been able to turn the tables onto Radimus. Oh, the turntables. You do have a Blessing of Protection or Spell Warden still, so maybe you still use that. Saya, I think, needs to run in before the Spell Warden comes out. Trinkets, blind to the Radimus. Do you have a searing? No, stun. You have enough damage. Is this enough? Radimus so low. He just needs one more big hit. Shield of Vengeance. Saya's so low. Shield of Vengeance also. There goes the Spell Warden. Saya! Oh, yeah. Radimus did not let him take it. He did not let him land that kill. Well done. I think Radimus, with how many cooldowns he had, is supposed to win that matchup, but Saya almost turned it around on you. He did really well, though. Unfortunately, it's a aggressive use of a blind. Well, if it was a Bayek, there's not much you can do. All you can do is maybe rod Bayek down, Searing Glare, do some damage to him, and maybe get a cooldown of Bayek for the next guy, which is Toxie. Right? If Toxie has to deal with one less bop or one less lay on hands, maybe that'll be helpful, but yeah, Radimus, I don't know if you can do much here. Bayek is just a fresh paladin. And you do fall. I like the Drene death animations, by the way. It looks so animated. Like, it actually looks so good. The human is just like, fall to the knees or fall over to the side. Night Elf is just like, usually like a... The Night Elf male animation, like you do a roar at the end before you go down. That is pretty sick. Female Night Elf animation is just like, you just do this little flippy and you plop on the floor. You know what I mean? So I like the Dread-Eye. It looks really, really good. This is going to be Shield of Vengeance out for Bayek. Look, shadows for Toxie. Just trying to see if you can keep the pressure rolling. Bayek will still have a bubble. So you just got to be very careful on the Death Mark. I think when you see Death Mark, you bubble it. We tried the most game earlier. Would have saved everyone from the wipe. Nah, it's all good, all good. Hey, maybe Toxic will bring it back, right? Maybe Toxic will bring it back. Vanish as soon as he sees the bot for Bayek. Still bubble available. I think also Lane Hand's still available for Bayek too, so he's okay for now. At least I think so. He's gonna sit down for the mage food. That is his advantage, is having a mage on their team. Gouge, lets him get the dots in. Cheap shot right after. Toxic trying to maximize it. Do you go for Deathmark? Went for Sippy Cup? I think he just wanted to make sure he's actually safe. Bayek could die to the dots. Wait. Lay on hands. Toxic did go for a meld. So that is a lay on hands done. Bayek still has a bubble. If you Deathmark after all the dots are in, then Bayek I think could potentially still die and execute. Oh! Woo! Bubble it, bubble it, bubble it, bubble it, bubble it, bubble it, bubble it. He went for Dark Iron Racial. He Dark Ironed it. There goes the bubble. Toxic, I don't know how he can live. Evasion. Just need to live. Somehow live. Somehow live. Somehow live. She dead? He's lagging. Ah. That was so clutch. I honestly thought he would have taken Bayek out with that one. He got so low. And then I rotoed him and I thought maybe that's it. No. Lived. The lag unfortunately did hit the rogue. I wonder if he didn't lag. I don't know if what he could have done. Actually, maybe he would have been able to just at least get behind the pillar more aggressively. Damn, big lag. Yeah, it's rough. It is definitely rough. Nesmershka, let me know if you're good to go, because Team Johnny is good to go. Oh, we need a body, maybe? Okay, I'm trying to find out who's bailing. I'm lead. Is Nesmershka leaving? Yes, Nesmershka is leaving. Okay, so we'll try to see if we can get a... Hey! Vlad, I got a spot for you. Perfect. I'll need to have somebody in this group lead, though. So if you have your own real ID, that'd be great. Thanks for stream, GG's. Thanks so much for coming by, man. I appreciate it. I can make Goeris lead. At least, like, or Curdy. I have Curdy added, right? Well, let me add you, Sevier. It won't let me add you. Try to see if you can quick join. Try to see if you can quick join or something, because I can't invite you through ping DMs, because you're listed as offline. Here we go. Beautiful. Good night, mate. Yo, thanks so much, man, for coming by. Always fun having you here. But yeah, Xavier, try to see if you can go to like quick join and see if you can join the group or something. Maybe that'll make it easier. I just need you to like sign up and then I'll be able to get you in. That mount is gorgeous, man. Gorgeous. We need to kill Demencius already, dude. I just want myself a mount. I want myself a Void Cosmic Star Dragon. That's all I want, man. It's just a big old Cosmic Dragon. And for them to nerf the bosses. Like last two. Just gut the bosses. Make it super, super easy. Ezio? Is that who I'm grabbing? Is that you? Got it? Okay. I guess it's you. Ezio. I like that. It's like Ezio Auditore from Assassin's Creed. The best Assassin's Creed, to be honest. Curdy, right? Do I have Curdy added? No, I don't actually have Curdy added. I'm gonna make Goeris lead. Hey, I will make you lead for this round, just so we can queue. You don't have to do anything for it. Beautiful. Goeris lead. Abel. I switch out Nesmershka to Vlad. Zub. Vlad Zub. And we do... I guess we do Tiger's Peak. See how that goes. Pete, thank you so much for the... Why can't I hit a like on that thing? But Pete, thank you so much for the donut, man. I appreciate it. I don't know where my alerts are at, but hopefully they'll pop in here. Declined. Relog in 1 sec. Okay. All right, we'll get it going in just a second here, boys. Thanks so much, Pete. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. God, I think I'm catching a cold, man. I've had the sniffles for a second. For a while now, actually. Don't hate me. My favorite AC is Odyssey. Not from an Assassin PvP, but I love the F out of the game. Like, you just have the whole, like, Greek thing. Oh, no. Odyssey is the Egypt, isn't it? I think. Oh, no. Origins, maybe, isn't it? I don't remember. Those are pretty good. That's when the game takes a more RPG direction. And you know what? If you like those, that's fine. I just started to play that now. Odyssey is Greek. Okay. Origins is Egypt. Okay, yeah. I got him confused there for a second. But, you know, it's just a different direction of the game. It's more RPG setting. And I think it's fine. Like, if that's what you enjoy, that's what you enjoy. I just like the originals. Like, the OGs. Those, in my opinion, are the best. The first one with Altair. Second one with Ezio Auditore. Even if somebody likes, like, say, Black Flag, that's pretty good. A lot of people seem to like Black Flag. I never played that one. I also didn't play Assassin's Creed 3, the one with where you play like in the Americas during Revolutionary War. As I forget what the guy's name is. That one's good. Price setting, but not like an Assassin's Creed game. Black Flag was really good. Yeah, I didn't play Black Flag, but I thought the whole idea of like a pirate assassin thing was sick, and a lot of people really liked it. A lot of people liked it. And then they tried to make like a spin-off game like the pirate one with the ships. People thought, wait, Assassin's Creed, like the pirate combat, but like its own game? Hell yeah, but they didn't actually do it. What is that, quadruple A title from Ubisoft that failed, that died on like a week after? I forget what's it called. Skull and Bones? Is that what it is? Skull and Bones? It was like on the tip of my tongue there for a second. Alrighty, get another one going, boys. Good Twitch. Ubisoft just a mess. It's been like that for a while. Maybe Tencent will clean it up. Who knows them, right? Who knows? What is my camera doing? Young Jay versus Curdy. A bit of a rematch because these two have been dueling each other back to back. And it looks like Curdy, Curdy brings in the hurdy. You know what I mean? Like he puts in some damage. Young able to get himself a little bit of that shatter combos. But Curdy just seems to out-sustain him damage-wise. Fear onto Young. Does allow Curdy a proper set of PI, unless you can spell steal it. Might want to try to spell steal it. Does get a spell steal it. Now it's your PI. Now it's your PI. Curdy got a share. Fade out for Curdy. Just trying to see if he can escape a little bit of that CC. Is going to go for a full Void Rift. Big damage onto Young. Does have a Rift up and running. If you can get a couple of Mind Blast procs and DPs, you'll be golden. The more of those you can dump into Young, the better. Big Shatter. Big Rift. Young does end up surviving it though. Did also end up using Invis pretty early into the match as well. Dark Ascension up for Young. Curdy technically has himself a lot of damage, but unless you follow up with yet another Rift, I don't think you can do much. Does fade the Ring of Frost, but a breath does connect. For Young, that's an opportunity to get a full CC set up with the Curdy stun, but he's just dispersing it. He's just going to go for disperse early. I was thinking maybe he was going to take a bit of damage, then disperse after, but he's just going to counter it completely. Stunner Young as he reverses the back next to Curdy. Full fear. Unless you go for big damage. And it's going to be a Rift. He's just waiting for a Rift. Is he going to go off? Is he pop out of the block? Potentially. Now he's going to try to see if he can avoid it. Can he escape it? I think he was able to mostly. I think it maybe connected a little. I think it lightly touched him. Give him a light little touch. Fade by Curdy. I'm surprised that Fade did not stop the polymorph. Into yet full another meteor. Curdy finally eating full meteor to the faces of this time around. As he was able to avoid it completely, with Young trying to see if he can get himself a little bit of a cooldown reduction. But Curdy has got Halo, he's got cooldowns coming up, he's got CC coming up as well, so I think the Shadow Prince is actually in a really good spot to push in. Young sitting down for food. For Curdy, I think he's just trying to see if he can maybe go for a pre-setup with damage. Definitely going to take the position up above. Stun into Young, maybe silence. Fear connects, and Young is given an opportunity to go for a full stun lock combo. Curdy will not have an answer here. That's just survived this go. Barely. Aegis. Oh, and the lance at the end. With Garage landing a full explosive shot, full damage, and that's going to be Curdy. Oh, no, Curdy, but Young in a full block. Garage still has double tap. I don't know if he'll be able to land a full rapid fire. Potentially. Does go for a charge trap. Young is able to trip it, but does avoid it with a blink. So far, so good for Young, actually. He's in an okay spot. Does Goeres get himself a setup here, though? That is the question. Can he do it? This is going to be Young. Got him some shields. Got him some blizzards all around. Shifting power, hiding behind the statue. And Goeres is also... Did it switch back? Did it switch over to the... I'm wondering if he switched over to the volley that puts up either explosives onto the target, or if he has the volley that lets him like see through a line of sight. I do wonder, because that, I feel like that one will be really, really good, because the mage is eventually going to retreat behind the pillar. You know what I mean? Last chance isn't on GP? What do you mean? Shadows, it was like a free game on the Game Pass. Oh, okay, that's what you guys talking about. Game Pass. Got it. It's going to be Young mounted up. Goeres skulking about. Was that a stun? He did land a stun. Looks like he does not have the volley. Wait, did the volley just not connect? Because I was thinking maybe the volley, if he had the volley that puts up explosives, I would have seen an explosive. But I don't think the volley connected to begin with. Goeres does have a double tap, but unfortunately he just does not go flying himself. Had to wait it out a little bit. Throw down traps. Is it going to be able to connect to anything? Trap is up above in case Young goes in. I think just walking up the platform. If he reverses back to the platform, because he still does have a shimmer in the back. If he just places back over there, maybe there's still an opportunity. Young has a lot of potential damage. That is going to be a full icy veins. Freezing out for Goeres though. Does get himself a huge aim shot setup. Procs out for Young right now with a bunch of lances on top of it. It is going to be big rapid fire, catching Young behind the pillar. It's got himself a bit of that shielding. It is going to be one of his images getting knocked back, but he does get a displacement immediately. And Goeres kind of getting slowed, rooted. This could be really good for Young, but he is worried about potential aim shot procs and a rapid fire. And Goeres, I think, is in a great spot right now. He's in a perfect spot. Does get himself that instant cast. Young immediately shields it. But at this point, that's all he can really do. Big rapid fire to follow is going to be Black Arrow, isn't it? It's good. No, it doesn't have Black Arrow. Never mind. I was thinking it was going to be like a quick execute with that, but no, I forgot he's Sentinel. I'm so used to Marksmanship Hunters being Dark Ranger, I forgot he's Sentinel. Usually you can see his Sentinel with a big old Lunar Storm, but I can't see it. I can't see it for some reason. Polio! Trinkets for it! Oh my god, Goeres does pick one up. I'm just gonna go for a camo immediately. The side just approaching very slowly but surely. You know what? Shadowlands as an expansion was definitely a bit of a mess. That being said, these hand mounts were pretty sick though. Actually pretty sick. Whoever made those, I mean, props to the animation team. Whoever rigged them up and whoever designed them, it is fantastic. Like, if you're ever gonna add like a whimsical mount like that, Shadowlands was gonna be a pretty good time to do that, honestly. And the fact that they put them up related to like the maw, it's actually kind of sick. I love it. It's going to be a Ruiner to Saya, taking a lot of damage. Body shot around the corner. Goeres got still lots of damage, but no turtle. Oh, turtle is available. He's going to go for a turtle. Lay on hands for Saya. He did not trust himself to potentially survive. Any follow-up burst out for Goeres? He just needs a little bit more damage. Goeres needs to run Rudolph. Get the hell out of dodge. Freezing trap waiting for Saya. If he goes left, he's going to eat one of these traps. Goeres not setting up a trap on the right-hand side. I think it's probably going to be his mistake, though, unfortunately. Freezing trap waiting for him. Saya knows what to expect. He knows not to run in there. He knows not to go in. He's very careful with the hunters and their traps. Trying to pre-plan on his mind where they're going to be. Maybe runs into freezing. Does not get to run into it. Goeres got a lot of damage. Bubble up for Saya. Goeres, I know you're going to go down, but you just got a heap of cooldowns. Heap of a lot of cooldowns out for Saya. Your service is oh, he's not out. He's not out. He's got one more still in him. He's still got more fight. There it is. But, yo, you putting out this many cooldowns up for Saya means Toxie's probably going to be able to one-shot Saya. Yeah. You got a bubble out of him. Honestly, you should be proud of yourself. That is massive. Leo with the full stun, leaping on top of Toxie. He can't do much about it. It's going to be a second stun. Blind to potentially counter that stun for a second. Meld does allow him to get a Garrode. All the dots on the Leo with a cheap shot. Full death mark is in. Re-Garrodes him to make sure Leo does not have any cast whatsoever. Disarm right after. Leo doesn't really need his weapons to do damage, as long as he has Maelstrom. But I don't know if he has enough Maelstrom. He definitely doesn't have enough to keep himself alive. That is still a lot of damage. It's going to get interrupted. Sunder for a second, does burrow on the ground. Dots are still ticking down on him. Is that bulwark totem? No, not yet. But he may need bulwark. He may need wall too. Lots of damage versus Toxic though. Evasion is available for the rogue. It does have Cloak of Shadows in case he needs it. Advantage to follow. Leah looking for a bit of healing. Unable to use a lot of the Maelstrom offensively to then use it defensively. He's got a talent where he first used to use it offensively, and then he gets to use that Maelstrom heal for free without having to spend Maelstrom. He basically has to use the Maelstrom for two purposes, damage and healing, but it doesn't matter. Toxic, I think, takes it. Oh my god. Bayek charging out his big Gronling mount, rushing out, trying to see if he can get the rogue out with a final wreck around the corner. Is for the Dawnlight is over. It is over. Cheat death ain't gonna cheat him. Radimus and Ezio are left over on the other team. And Ezio, you may want to just make sure you're moving around here and there. I don't know if Radimus just comes in for the clean sweep, but potentially you may actually be able to get a chance to play here. We'll see how it goes. In other words, if Radimus just goes in, and then Ezio never get a chance to play. That was disrespectful? What, the Paladin? Yeah, maybe. You could have given an honor duel, but like, you know, it's not mandatory. Blind out for Bayek, stun onto Radimus. Radimus did trinkets, so now is actually going to be locked down here for a second. I don't know if Radimus bubbles it. He just tried to end Bayek right then and there. And Bayek isn't going to counter him. He's going to use the same immunity here as well. But Bayek is actually taking a decent bit of damage. Radimus will still have enough health, I think. As long as he doesn't get locked down in the stun and just goes 100 to 0. It should be okay to be able to just like take damage from Bayek. And then he'll still be able to spell Warden or lay on hands later. Bayek with a stun is to go counter offensive. He has a little bit of damage, but not enough to really put Radimus in a really bad spot. Radimus does go for what looks like a bit of that Battle Master Trinket to give him some more health. Wake of Ash is available. Bayek is going to take a lot of pressure here. Bayek still has a bubble. Radimus has Lay on Hands and a Spell Warden. Problem is, Bayek could probably use Lay on Hands and bubble right back to back in quick succession. So Radimus might be in a situation where he's forced to use Spell Warden before Bayek. Next stun is going to be the end of your Radimus. You may need to pre-Spell Warden a stun and then force a bubble out of Bayek and then go for self-heals. And that may be lights here, unless Radimus barely survives. Oh my god, Lay on Hands last second. This is where he knows he needs to make some kind of a play. Searing Glare, unfortunately, is not going to be it. And he's going to have to slow down a little. Bayek is going to bubble this 100%. There goes the bubble. Can Radimus survive long enough? He doesn't have Shield of Vengeance. Maybe self-heals is going to be enough. Dawnlight barely keeping him alive. Maybe Spell Warden now. Oh. Yeah, that's tough. But Ezio now does not have to go into a Paladin with Spell Warden or Bubble, so it's over. Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much over. I like the mount. That looks sick. I like the whole like red mage thing you get going on, by the way. A little bit of plate, a little bit of cloth, all kind of mixed together. The hat too, a big fan of that as well. Alright. This is going to give Bayek an honor duel by the looks of things. At least let him recover as much health as possible. Technically, you don't have to. If you just want to rush him down, you can. But yeah, it's up to you. Stun, it does some sort of blink. Ultra time available. Try to see if he can build up a little bit of damage. He's playing a fire mage, so it's going to be damage he's going to have to build up for a little bit here. Combust is not being used yet. You just need to find a good angle. But if you can get a bunch of Pyroblasts and Phoenix Flames and Fire Blasts in, build up a lot of the fire damage, I mean, for Bayek, it's just going to be a ton of pressure that he can't really do much about. Every Pyroblast actually does decent bit of damage. Bayek with the Dwarven Ratio to remove the dots though, but doesn't mean he doesn't have a trinket anymore. So for Ezio with a full combust, as long as he can just live it, there's going to be meteors coming down. Next to the Phoenix, Phoenix got a bunch of meteors dropping down on him. Stun, Ezio may need a block here. And that Phoenix may just take you out. Doesn't do enough. Avoiding that Phoenix is probably a hero, but Ezio barely in the health. Bayek barely in the health, just needs a couple more hits. And that Pyro may have sealed the deal. Phoenix Flame definitely helps it. Oh, it does go. I was going to say for a second, like, he's so close to being dead, but not quite. And Dan doing red. Last one left over for that team, too. Is he going to give Ezio a chance here? Actually, we'll see. We'll see. It looks like he's not rushing him. He's giving him a proper chance here to get a proper honor duel. No more block anymore, so for Ezio, he's going to have to go for hit and runs here, I think. A lot of hit and runs, keeping Dandruin at a distance and just living. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know how he's going to do it, because I feel like as long as Dandruin, as long as he gets his Wake of Ashes, then follow up Hammer, or if he's playing Dawnlight this match, as long as he can do those, like, he'll be okay. But for Ezio, I like that bow. I do like that bow. Do bow back at him. He's giving him as much of like honor duel time. He's gonna give him as much time as possible. Ult time available really early. Ezio trying to see if he can get away from Gandu. It does go for a stun, but you blinked a little early, so all you can do is alter, but not a lot of health. It's only 1% dampening. Shields barely doing anything. And that's a full dawn light, so I think it's just gonna be a light to you, unfortunately, unless Ezio can just live or do a bunch of damage. The Phoenix is in, but it doesn't really matter. And Conrad's unfortunately was used up super early too. Sabai picking up too. Toxic picking up too as well. Well done, well done. And everybody got a chance to play, which I really do love to see, man. Really do love to see it. See if we get ourselves another going here, boys, yeah? If you still got groups, if you still have people in each team. So let me know if you still got 5. Go Eris, I did make you a lead, so if you... Let me know if you still got 5 or if somebody's missing. Leo also, same thing. Let me know if you still got 5 or if somebody's missing. Ready? Told you, boys. I think I'm getting sick, man. That was not a good cough. Unexpected someone know decently how to play him. Is Assassination viable in PvP? Yes, it's very good. Assassination is very strong in PvP. Yeah, I like it. It's really strong. A lot of people play it, and it also does a lot of damage. Like in BG Blitz or in solos, you just bleed stuff, and you just cleave things, and things melt and die. Hey, does the team... Alright, messaging Goers real quick. Seeing if the team is ready. If you're missing a body, we'll probably just call it here because it is getting kind of late for you. No? Missing somebody? Damn. Okay. Looks like we do have bodies. Got it. Let's turn this into Blade's Edge, I guess. I don't think we've done a Blade's Edge in a while. And this will probably be last one, unless we do more. But at some point, I do want to get some work done. I want to get some food. But it's like the fact that it took us a second to get the duels up and running, and now that we got a group together, I'm like, maybe we should do one more. Maybe we should do another, because I don't know how it's going to be on NA tomorrow. You know? Alrighty. Damn, dude. Maybe I might need some like cold meds or something, dude. An antihistamine or some shit. These sniffles are getting to me. Alrighty. Wait, hold on. Here we go. Switch. Got it. Curdy over for the team 1. Is he gonna be first up? It looks like Toxie is kind of marching back and forth like he's gonna be the next one to go. Or is it gonna be Radimus on the what is that thing called? Not a Wyvern. Dragonhawk? On the Dragonhawk? No, Dan versus Toxie. The Pally versus Rogue. As long as Dan is like really careful and really quick with his defenses, he's probably going to be okay. Immediate stun to Toxie, immediate Wake of Ashes. Check it out for Toxie as he goes up for full burst. Does kick Anduin. Danduin onto Holy. Menu to wobble. Laying hands. Is he going to die? If Toxie still got damage, that is a Kingsbane. That is a Death Mark. That is all the blades are in. Oh! That was a huge Envenom at the end there. That thing did numbers. But Toxie unfortunately did have to send literally everything. Besides like blind or evasion to Dandarin, but literally every other cooldown was sent. And now he's having to go up versus Saya. So like, how do you go against what paladin did you just send everything into? And what are you gonna have to do? Like wait 2 whole minutes until the other cooldowns are available for the other guy? Unfortunate thing too is with Toxie, he's playing Fatebound Rogue, which technically does have cooldown reduction on Kingsbane and Deathmark. That being said, in PvP, you can't constantly guarantee that you're gonna have like a big old like tier set lucky coin proc because you need like 7 coins to land on heads or tails. You can't always guarantee it, but if you do get it, you get cooldown reduction on both your Deathmark and Kingsbane, so you can technically have a burst a lot more often. But I don't know in duels if you can really do that. You might just have to wait full 2 minutes. Blind as Toxic gets super incredibly low. Still has advantage in case he needs to. Dawnlight still burning right through him. Saya does get slowed for a second. And Toxic is going to end up catching a reset with no dots. Isaac getting picked up by Saya, so Toxic can't avoid him. He's going to be in a rough spot. I think Saya knows exactly where he's at. He knows exactly where he's at. He knows. He knows. He knows exactly what to expect. Dots hit him with a Blade of Justice into an immediate stun. Toxin needs to immediately vanish if he has a chance to live. Because he vanished. Does he have to pick up? Cheap shot onto Saya. He's dead. Unfortunately, he's dead. He had himself a hell of a go. But like, yeah, he just was put on a defensive. Cloak, Trinket, we're almost going back up. Offensive cooldowns also were almost going back up. And Radimus actually getting a chance to play without going too high in dampening. Good to see, man. That is really good to see. Saya is going to just back up out of there. He just sent a little bit onto the rogue. Not that much, though, actually. One thing he really doesn't have here is a trinket that he may want versus Radimus. Charging out, insta-stun. Nothing he can do about it. Radimus got himself Blessing and Sancta ahead of time. Searing Glare to follow up. Is going to be an immunity for Saya just to make sure he can continue to do damage. Big immune for Radimus, so they're countering each other. Saya with a regenerate, unless you can melee him, but you can't. A lot of your abilities is holy. Even your auto attacks are holy because his Crusader Strike's not even autos anymore. Stunned by Saya, blind, but Radimus is going to be Wake of Ashes for Saya. Get himself Dawnlight onto Radimus. Radimus needs to wait until his Dawnlight is available. He's trying to play as defensive as possible. Next time versus Saya potentially could get a bubble out of him. Does pre-shield the Vengeance it. Radimus still is going to try to see if he can put in pressure. Countering Saya defensive for defensive. If Saya pops a Shield of Vengeance, Radimus pops a Shield of Vengeance. If Saya pops a Spell Warden, Radimus pops a Spell Warden. I don't think he's going to do that with bubble, but maybe, possibly. The faster Radimus can get over there to keep pressuring Saya, because Saya is behind. Saya is actually spent on cooldowns a little versus Radimus, but he's trying to see if he can get himself a go here. Possibly. It's going to be full Wake of Ashes stun. Radimus needs to turn it around. He needs to make sure he's not bubbling versus Saya first, and that's going to be lay on hands. I don't know if Saya's got to lay on hands, but if Radimus can proc it, that'll be great. Try to go for a kick. Does not get juked. They still try to go for a kick. Does not get juked still. Saya will not get juked here whatsoever. Radimus just sees damage. Saya with a bubble. Radimus may be looking for a bubble. Try to see if he can delay it. He might still be looking for a bubble of his own here. He's trying to delay it. He's got a healing. He's able to live it, but super low. Does bubble it, but unfortunately bubble out, but he can't continue the pressure versus Saya. He's able to bubble to gain some health, but now neither got immunities. So next stun might be end. Saya with a full burst, everything available. Radimus Shield of Vengeance not going to be available, unfortunately. So Saya is able to play the Pally versus Pally games and try to sit it out. I don't have state of reduction, only play 2 set. Really? You don't play the 4 set? I guess the 4 set is not necessary, is it? I guess you really get a lot of the big damage with the double coin flips on a 2 set. But yeah, that could make sense actually. Another destruction is only 9 seconds of death mark. Oh yeah, that's really not that worth then. Yeah, that's not worth. I think for outlets probably more worth it because of cooldown reduction mechanics, you know, being prevalent. But yeah, I could totally see like just 2 set and you run with that and you're just fine. Not a bad idea actually. I didn't even think about it, to be honest. Oh, Saya gets hit with a huge hit, rapid fire, not enough to take him out. Does go for a Wake of Ashes just to land a heal. Is he gonna die? Does he have a cosmic shower raining down on him? Astral shower is gonna be the owl swooping in or the eagle swooping in for Goeris to land a stun. But unless Goeris can get himself like a full rapid fire around the corner, yeah, Saya just gonna go for a hit and runs. A little bit of hits and go for a heal behind the pillar. That's all he can do right now in this situation. A little bit of hits and go heal behind the pillar. Did ASUS trinket? Hopefully he didn't trinket. Hopefully it's just like a UI bug. Because it looks like he's on fire. Literally bursted, but I don't think he's bursted. Must be a bug, right? Probably is. Goeris, unfortunately, unless he can get himself a good setup versus Saya, I think Saya is eventually going to be able to catch up, land a stun, Wake of Ashes, and that's eventually just going to melt ya. That full Dawn Knight, he does pre-wall this here. That's a pretty good opportunity. No Dawn Knights out of Saya. Wants to use them defensively. Don't show out for Goeris. Saya is expecting a stun or a freezing trap or something. See, Blessing the Sancta ahead of time. That's a Wake of Ashes ready to go. Tried to knock him, does not quite connect. Goeris has some potential damage, but he's not going to go for it. He can't. He can't. Saya picking up the eye to make sure he can catch Goeris, even though through camera sees exactly where he is at. He knows. He knows. He's got a pre-wake of ashes. Is going to be a trinket out for Saya. Goeris with burst available. Saya get hit with big damage. Shield advantage just to give himself a bit of cover as he closes the gap with Goeris. If only Goeris had a pre-set up freezing trap on Saya, right? Walk up, good trap. Then it would have been a rough spot. Saya, lay on hands before the stun connects. Goeris, all you can do is just drop down volley and hope for the best. But that's about it. Saya versus Curdy now. Curdy immediately hits him with his shadow, crash, silence aggressively. As Saya got himself hand of freedom, try to see if he can get away from Curdy. That's the disadvantage you have as a priest, though, is you don't have a lot of mobility, and Saya can just outrun you. Pally's also not the most mobile, but just more mobile than a priest. Like if those two were getting chased by some carnivorous beast, Saya just used to run faster than Curdy, and I think that'd be pretty easy. Curdy got a couple of feathers, but Saya just passive mobility, hand of freedom mobility, NASCAR mobility. You know, the horse, he definitely got more than Curdy. That's a disadvantage of priests. Like this is probably the most mobile the priests have been in like a while, but still it's like really tough. It just is. It just is. Saya picking up, catching up all that food, bubble, bop, everything available. So Curdy is essentially walking up to Saya with every cooldown up. Seeing Saya come out, must have been like watching Godzilla emerge from this year destroy the city. I mean, he's got all the cooldowns available, dude. If that's Godzilla, that thing just recharged. That thing just ate a bunch of nuclear power, and it's about to go, about to blow. It's rough, man. West Palace dot hit almost save his rupture. It actually hits harder. In fact, it's just Dawn Light. I was surprised they decided to make Paladin a dot class with the Dawn Light and the Herald of the Sun build, but here we are, man. I don't know. I would ask Blizzard, but yeah, I don't know if they have an answer either. There goes a full bubble. Curdy doesn't have anything. All you can do is flash heal. No kicks out for Saya. You're just putting in the pressure, not giving Curdy a chance. At 42% dampen, nothing you can do. Full regenerating. Ezio rushing out at him. This is where the Paladin you cannot give this Paladin an inch. You cannot give him an inch. Look at those big old toes, dude. Give that toe an inch, he'll take like a foot. Where's Ezio? Ezio, I think reposition whether with a altar or displacement. Saya's just continuing to pelt Ezio from a distance, dude. That Dawn Light hurts. You got combustion. Putting Saya where the Phoenix is at, actually in a bad spot. Saya just to avoid the mage and the Phoenix. He can't do both. That Phoenix is gonna hurt. Woo! Oh, that Phoenix ends it! Oh my god, that Phoenix ends it! Ah. Does get a breath of the young. This way as a mage, I feel like you have to leverage that Phoenix. Just run pillar and let him stand on the Phoenix, because that Phoenix will kill you. That thing meteor downside is so hard. That is so wild, dude. Should pets do this much damage? I mean, he basically plants not even a pet, it's just a turret. It's a magic turret. Should that turret do that much damage? Invis out for Ezio, just try to see if he can reduce some of the damage taken. I don't know if Ezio can do anything here. He's got Cauterize, but with Young, I don't even know what he is doing. Sliding out, scooting around. For Ezio, just not in a great spot right now whatsoever. Yeah, I don't know what you can do, man. Big glacial does not connect, it looks like. Or maybe he just stopped it. Or maybe it was just land. I'm not even sure. It looked like a big spike. Ezio with a breath, shifting power maybe to get some cooldowns back, but interrupted on Arcane, get shields, but this will get removed immediately. Cauterize up right now. Unless he's got big damage for Young and just enough to take him. Young got a block, so he's okay. Ezio just needs one more. Yeah, one more lance. And he's down. Yo, Saya with 4. Man, just rename arena to a Paladin arena, pillars on the floor. Yeah, it is kind of rough, isn't it? I maybe we shouldn't do Blade's Edge anymore than chat, right? You guys did not like Blade's Edge in the past. Alrighty. Do we still have 5 on either team? Or are we done for the night, boys? What are y'all thinking? Are we Paladin'd out? Because to be fair, there was a lot of Paladins on both teams. On one team, but a lot of Paladins in the group anyway. In either group. Pretty epic comment. Yeah, the arenas to Paladins 1v1 is diabolical. It is rough, I'm not gonna lie. That being said, like, we're trying to get duels going, right? We're trying to get some games going. This is the best I can do right now. Right, boys? Okay, okay. Just saying. Just saying. But yeah, Pally Dot does hit for a lot, though. It's crazy. It is crazy good. I guess I message Goeris. Hey, team ready? Double checking. Or are we done for the night? Because I'm down to keep going. Or if you guys are down for the night, it is about that time in EU to wrap it up. So yeah, if y'all looking for like, you know what, I want to get some sleep, I won't blame you. I appreciate you guys for even being here, man. This is super fun. We can play one more. I'm checking in with Goeres to see if his team is set. If we are missing anybody, then waiting for Pala. Okay. But if we do miss people, if we are missing bodies, we'll just call it, and we'll come back tomorrow for NA games, I guess. Well, what I might do, I don't know if we'll have more games tomorrow for NA. I'll see, because I'll see if Boris is down. Vlad says no. Okay, Radimus, wait on Radimus. We'll give him like a couple of minutes, like 5 or so, and then we'll go. How did that sound? Okay, we give him... we give Red a few minutes. Uh, 20. Yeah, come back. Okay, we'll give him a second then. But this next one is probably going to be last, because at some point I do need to eat, and also need to get some work done and stuff. So yeah, these games have been really fun though, chat. I've been enjoying these a ton. This has been glorious. The games have been awesome. Sometimes like we do duels and it's just how like matches go. Sometimes like a paladin wins most of their games, or like one class just dominates majority of the matches or whatever, right? Yeah. I opened Twitter. They ruined. You ever get that moment? Oh wait, we're good. I was looking at other stuff. Goeres. There we go. Here we are. One more chat. One more for the road, and then my voice needs probably needs a break. Let's do. I guess we're the Lordaeron. I don't know, dude. Let's remove pillars, right? Let's remove walls. Gorbachev, take down that wall. Pretty sure Gorbachev was just like, что ты делаешь? Что ты говоришь? Какая хуйня? I actually wonder what he did say in Russian. I feel like that whole Cold War quote or whatever, the wall thing, whatever, Berlin, all that, I don't even know. I think Berlin? I don't even know. But like, Reagan's quote is the only one that's like remembered. I don't remember what they said. I guess I did. I guess I couldn't guess what they said because they did take down the wall historically. I guess maybe they were like хорошо and they took down the wall. Who knows? All right, let's get another one going, boys. Switch. Got ourselves security over for the team one already. Oh, never mind. He's not ready. He's asleep. He's either going last or he's like, oh, I'm going up against my paladins. I'm taking a nap, guys. Radimus looks like trying to get out of the gates really quickly. Or Toxie, one of those two is going to be first. Ezio in the back. We got ourselves Goeres as well. And it looks like Toxie is up next. Maybe Radimus is a second up and running from there. Young going to be first up over for the team one as a fire mage this time. So we got both Ezio and Young playing a little bit of fire. Immediate trinket, immediate poly, immediate trinket up for Toxie. We're trying to see if he can continue the chains of the Garrotes. Big damage on the Young. It's got himself the Phoenix out and about. That thing is doing damage. It's going to be cloak. It's going to be block. Block for Young. And as long as Toxie avoids the Phoenix, he'll be okay. For Young, the faster he can get that combustion back, the more damage the Phoenix is going to be able to do as well. It's going to be a-okay. Toxic does still stay in stealth. Garrotes are going to be okay, Garrotes were helpful, but that gouge was also pretty massive too. I didn't realize it would be like arcaned out like that. Is Young playing the Giga Shields? He's playing for big shields. So they're not last long, but that's a full death mark. That's a lot of damage. Those shields are going to be able to reverse the damage back to Toxie and actually do quite a decent bit. Those Flame Strikes also doing a little bit of damage too. Shifted power, Fire Blast. Is he going to be able to take down Toxie? He needs to push in. I don't think he'll be able to. Toxie survived just by going in stealth. He literally won the game by not interacting. It is crazy. The last roll was 1. Gonna play dampening 80% GG. Yo, maybe you guys want to give Curdy like a shot so he doesn't have to play into higher dampening. Like maybe like give up your spot. Let him cut the line. Not switch places with him, but basically let him go ahead of him or something. Poor guy, I feel like has not been able to play too many games that were like super giga damp. It's too damp. Too damp outside. Leo, try to see if you can pick up the eye. Earth Elemental is available. Toxie, unfortunately, does not have a lot of cooldowns to work with outside of like Kingsbane. Is going to get a trinket out for Leo before the stun. Is going to be the stun totem to follow them. And it's going to be his burst. Toxie may be in a bit of trouble. Evasion is available, but those lightning bolts are going to go through. Stab is available for that knockback, which Shamans are losing, unfortunately, in midnight. But Leo doing some damage. Big zaps. Toxie's going to back up out of there. We'll need to catch a restart if at all possible. Trying to make sure you got a good angle. And it looks like no Flame Shock. Looks like no Flame Shock. It's going to be a-okay. Leo does have everything available here, minus a trinket. He trinketed the gouge from Toxie, but the cheap shot fell through right after. Although he was able to at least drop a stun totem as the stun came out, so he was able to counter that stun. But I think he basically, like, gouge, he could use gouge into Garrote. Cloak of Shadows for Toxic with a trinket. Basically used gouge just to set up the bleeds and then let a kidney. Ascendus, but he kidney did right now for Toxic. He's just looking for an escape. Those wolves are on him. Needs to slow him down as best as possible. Needs to wait us out. Vanish going up in 5 seconds. I don't know if he lives this 5 seconds. Oh, and Leo does win, gust him down. Who's up next though? We got a variety over for the team 1. It could be a bunch of classes. They're letting Curdy play the game. Oh my god. They are actually letting Curdy play the video game. Don't hate that. I don't hate it at all. You guys are super nice. Team 1 is actually super nice, super honorable. It's going to be Curdy setting up some dots on these pets, which is going to be some VT, some insanity, like a smidge of insanity coming up little by little. That totem is going to connect, unfortunately. Drink it out for Curdy. You're going to get stunned again. Nope, you're not. You knocked him back. Would have been stunned. Silence to the Leo. As he's going to shard back in. Quick Sunder onto Curdy. Curdy's going to have to get big damage set up at some point. Leo's still got an interrupt in case he needs to. So he's going to be able to lock out shadow damage from Curdy. Stun totem or a root totem around the corner. Stun onto Curdy. He wants to go in to get some damage going. As long as he doesn't get interrupted, he'll be okay. Leo's just avoiding him completely. Just staying in Ghost Wolf and just avoiding running away from the guy. He's got himself a couple of blasts. Big Void Torrent is available. And he's got himself big damage. All that void collapsing all together. The tentacles are still connected and tethered to Leo, doing a decent bit of damage with that full rift as Leo was able to survive. It took a lot of damage from it though. And he no longer has any big defenses to work with. No wall for a while. Burr coming up very, very soon actually. So he's got some stuff coming up. But he's going to have to buy himself a bit of time, we think. Slows, self-healing, CC. Get himself some damage out of Curdy. He's also going to be good. Curdy has himself the E. He's got himself Fear. That's going to be Leo breaking out of the Fear with a Tremor by the looks of it. Is going to go for a trinket. I don't know if it's a trinket or maybe a stun. Silence to follow right after. He's got Burrow. Potentially might need to wall his damage. That's going to be a lot. Big DP's down. Might need to go for a wall unless he got himself heals. Lightning Lasso. Big Ascent. Walls available. Trying to see if he can smack down Curdy. The more Tempest he can connect, the better. Those Tempests are huge. Except unfortunately he's landing all these Tempest procs into a Disperse. But he needs those lightning bolts. The more hits he can land, the more of those hits he can get, the more healing he can get out of it. And during Ascend, you're getting free lightning bolts whenever you have the Maelstrom, free Tempest whenever those are up. So you get yourself a potential like big heal, big Wind Strike, Chain Lightning, or Lightning Bolt, whatever Maelstrom cast you get, and a big heal. Then back to the Wind Strike, then back heal. Back and forth, back and forth. Curdy is still able to survive this for quite a decent bit though. Start until Leo is going to hit him with a Void Torrent. If he can land a DP around the corner, that'd be huge for Leo. Unless he can spam Maelstrom, he can't really heal super effectively. So that Rift is going to do a bit of damage. Although Curdy was not given an opportunity to go for DPs to really ramp up that Rift damage. But it still is a lot of damage for Leo to deal with. DPs are ramped up. Silence to follow. You gotta stun him to Curdy. Does he follow up anything off of that? There's going to be mindful insanities, but unless he interrupts those, he's not going to be able to really stop a lot of the damage. Big Ascent proc right now. Curdy could be in a lot of trouble. While Ascent is active for Leo, that's a huge health recovery right now. He's got mana. He just does not have the Maelstrom to heal himself right now at all. Big Tempest. Curdy fears, but it doesn't fear Leo. It fears the wolves, but Leo does take it. Oh, he had a lot of wolves too. He had like 4. Radimus is going to be up next. Full Wake of Ashes, everything available. Leo can't do much in this situation. All he can do is run, but honestly, I don't know what you can do. Big Tempest, 1 more heal. As long as you can land lightning bolts, you can heal. He's got mana. He just needs Maelstrom. He just needs Maelstrom. He needs to spend Maelstrom to heal, but yeah, with Radimus, it's not going to happen. Bayek going to be up next. We got Trooper Pally left over for the team 2 versus Radimus, Goeris, and Ezio. And he's giving Radimus an opportunity to fully recover here, since they have a mage in their team. So now you got mage food for mage food. So it's going to be as much of an honor duel, as much of a 1v1, as much of a clean bout that you can get between Bayek and Radimus. It's going to come down to whoever says the cooldowns first, and whoever uses the cooldowns the most effectively. Because every single time you have a stun lock, that's going to be very, very important for you. Into a full stun, Radimus does go in for a trinket, blind into Searing Glare onto Bayek. That's a perfect opportunity for you to put in pressure. Bayek with a Shield of Vengeance. Radimus actually just waddling out of it, does go for Shield of Vengeance, but letting those dots do a lot of damage from a distance. Curdy improves so much. I think Curdy's really good. Yeah, Curdy has been joining these duels for a while. He did really, really well, man. It's not an easy matchup whatsoever. Bayek with the lay on hands, a bubble out for Radimus, however. So that's big immunity, big forbearance buttons, and Bayek still has a bubble in case he needs it. Will he be able to turn this around into Radimus? Goes in for a stun, but he doesn't have a Wake of Ashes to follow up. Radimus does not set that stun long at all. He got Wake of Ashes of his own, is going to use it more defensively than anything. So Bayek is actually under a lot of pressure right now. Radimus still has Spell Warden. He's got Lay on Hands. He might have to pre-Spell Warden the stun from Bayek. But if he can force a bubble out of Bayek, that'd be huge. Spell Warden out for Bayek. Does Radimus Spell Warden as well? He may need to. Lay on Hands. Bayek can now stun him. Bayek will have the opportunity to land a stun, but he won't have Wake of Ashes to follow up. So for Radimus, if he closes the gap, that's going to be a bubble out of Bayek. It's going to be a bubble, but does Radimus have enough to follow up? Searing Glare is going to help a little bit. Shield of Vengeance up. Radimus has a Shield of Vengeance as well. No, I think it's over. I think with that stun, unless Radimus can somehow still continue to heal, Spell Warden is helpful, but Bayek still has a bubble. So unless you get a bubble out of him, Bayek will have that ace in a hole at all times. So unless Radimus can land us, even if he lands a stun, like Bayek can just trinket out of it or bubble out of it. So I don't know. I think Bayek played it super, super well. His cooldowns lined up in such a way where now he has this immunity that lets him just continue the pressure into Radimus. Nothing he can do unless he just doesn't press it. Radimus tried to see if he can stop any stuns ahead of time. Bayek super low. There goes the bubble. Does Radimus survive is a question. He got Shield of Edits. He got Dawn Light healing him. Stun by Bayek. Fake of Ashes. It is over. Bayek takes it. He's got himself perfect setup, but immediate rapid fire, immediate explosive shot out from Goeris, not giving Bayek a chance to catch a breather. It just needs one good hit. I think it was an aim shot proc. That's crazy, man. It's hard to lose with no pillars in an open arena. You just, but you know, not the best area for casters. What would be the best arena for casters, Curdy? Is it Tolveron? Because next time I would have just asked you if you really wanted a caster map. I could totally do one. Yeah, I think casters sometimes in duels, I feel like in arenas, like solos can definitely have a sometimes easier time if they're playing out in the open with a good healer that keeps them alive. Big damage on the Danduin though. And if you could like free cast like Goeris was free casted just now, you know what I mean? But that's gonna be Dan bubbling. But Goeris has got himself no turtle available. Actually, never mind. I think corrected. Wall is available as well. Open area strat is different to win. Yeah. Definitely can be. Silence onto Danduin. Does it go down? Does he one hit? Goeris just one. Wow! That aim shot hit really hard. It is going to be Spell Warden, but he got physical damage. I think he's just trying to see if he can stop some of the arcane damage from the Sentinel, but that's physical damage is going to go through. Yeah, it is. Saya last one left over for the team 2. It's going to be down to Goeris and Ezio to find a way to break past Saya, but I don't know if it's going to be possible, man. Not like I don't believe. You know what? I believe. I believe in the cleave between the hunter and between the mage. I believe They just gotta find a way to get bubble, bop, everything out of Saya. Goreras used to get all those cooldowns and get as much damage to Saya without letting Saya touch him. He pre-spell basically sancted it so the stun does not last long. Does get a root of the Saya from a distance. Goreras may have to pre-turtle super early. Volley down, big damage on the Saya. Bubble out for Saya really early. There goes a good trade for turtle. Saya did not want the damage to really hit him that hard. Is gonna go for that regenerate and get himself a lot of healing. Freezing trap does not connect. Unfortunately, Goreras does a wall, feign death for a second. Does get a trap onto Saya, but I think it might be lights, man. I think it is lights. I don't know what he can do. But a bubble is down. Ezio will have to worry about Spell Warden. Can block it. He can block to counter immunity to immunity. But he's still got to deal with a downlight damage. Unless Saya for some reason is not a downlight paladin right now. Unless he's a big hammer, which I don't think he is. Is going to be getting himself damage. Ezio got himself combust ready. That's going to be full immunity out for Saya. You've got him out in the open with the Phoenix doing lots of damage. That Phoenix slamming. Oh, dude, the meteor that came down from the Phoenix was so strong. Saya is not out of the woods. Stun onto Ezio. Does have immunity. Trinkets out is available. Lay on hands out for Saya super early. Ezio got himself a big defensive. Does he have anything to follow up? He got blocked. That's going to give him some healing. And Saya is just going to focus in on the images here for a bit since he got nothing else to really work off of. Ezio still has cauterize. He doesn't have combustion. Question is, does he just have anything at all? Saya got plenty of range damage. Ezio got shield, but they burned through so quickly. I think it's lights, man. Cauterize is the only thing you got. And that hammer doesn't have taken it. I saw this Phoenix meteors come down. I thought maybe there's a chance. And then Saya. Spell warding overlay on hands. Yeah, spell warding overlay on hands. It was a choice. I think it was. He won, so I don't think it was a wrong choice. Unless you'd argue otherwise. Maybe there was like, you know, I feel like when you, it's a panic moment. Spell warding is pretty nice though. It does stop a lot of the damage. But yeah. Maybe lane hits would have been better, but I think he was just trying to stop the go, and then the Phoenix hit him really hard. I think it was combustion is what he was trying to lane spell warden, right? You pop combustion, you pop spell warden, you stop a lot of the damage. If I lay his combustion, he can kill me 3 times. Yeah, I think when you put it in that perspective, while he's got combustion, you do want to immunity. You want to find a way to stop combustion. Of course, spell warden. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Alright, chat. We're done for the night. This is a lot of fun. Did you spell warden versus the hunter with lay on hands? That you spell warden versus lay on hunter? Oh. Oh, you're talking about the hunter duel. Oh, wait. Does that Dan versus hunter? As you can see. Yeah. By the way, we have a bug with Shadow Crash where it does not connect when the truck is behind the pillar. What's happened last fight is Sham lost to Shadow Crash because of that bug. Really? That is unfortunate. That is dumb. Blizzard, fix it. Well, they're giving you guys a tentacle slap, so I don't think so. It doesn't look like there's going to be a delay. It looks like you use tentacle slap and it slams the target immediately. So it looks like maybe it'll be more consistent. The bugs in season 2, bro. Blizzard, please. Blizzard, please. It's dumb. I agree. I think the problem is the way that they code it, right? They code it, the Shadow Crash connects, and then the priest applies DOS to the target, but it's based off of line of sight. It's like an invisible spell you automatically cast from the priest location. Instead of Shadow Crash connects and everybody hit by it has it. Which is how they coded it. It coded it wrong. Those, I think, yeah, 2 games. Thank you much for going by. I do appreciate you. GG's. Little fix for 1 month. The bug's back. Just saying. I don't disagree. That being said, I am thinking the tentacle is going to be more consistent because it's a thing. Drops, hits the target. So hopefully it doesn't have the whole Shadow Crash projectile because it's like a thing. It's technically the pet that applies it. So it's from the pet. So the pet does not always connect. And it's like it appears, slams. It doesn't have a travel time. So I'm thinking it'll be better, but we'll see. We'll know pretty soon, right? If there's some bugs like that again. Once we get like max level characters and PvP gear and we can like test it in PvP and stuff, I think it'll be really good for that. Honestly. But yeah, you guys are awesome. Thanks so much for coming by. Appreciate you. Always fun hanging out with you. I'm gonna go and get some food, get some work done, all that. and get something to eat and play more Midnight. You guys have a good one, and I'll see all of you tomorrow. I don't really know if I'll be doing dual stream or Midnight beta stream. Probably duels. I'd like to do duels, but we'll see. We'll see. That's so dumb. That's Blizzard. Please fix. At this point, they're not gonna fix it, unfortunately. I think if anything, they're gonna wait until midnight, brings in the new shadow changes. So I think they could do it in a hot fix. No, you know what? They should fix it. It doesn't matter that Shadow Crash is going away. They should fix it because people are playing Shadow Priest right now. And if somebody wants to play Shadow Priest, they shouldn't have to deal with the bug. Especially if it seems like an easy hot fix. Change it so that the dots apply not from the whatever location that caused line of sight to break. Just anybody hit by Shadow Crash gets dots. Hold it like that. Good. Great show. Peace out, Dal. Peace out, boys. You guys have a good one. I'll catch all of you tomorrow. Arty. Peace.
You are my lucky charm. I hold you close in the night in my arms. And when we open our eyes, my worries fade away. 'Cause you gave me your heart.